Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus. You're watching another episode of The Hope Show, a weekly live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting in general, photography, music, pop culture, that type of thing. We got a bunch of people here today. Some people revisiting, some people doing their second stream. You got one guy doing his first stream. I'm sure you will notice all of their various different user handles or Instagram or TikTok handles. So who do we have? We have, of course, our resident Quizmaster here. We got Bob, aka the Tiny Art Guy, returning all the way from Canada. We have Kyle, aka Display Lab Collectibles, making his second appearance here. We brought him back. We liked him so much. We brought him back. Adam, aka Dub Toys, and last but not least, making his YouTube stream debut. Would you call it? Scourge Photography. Very lucky to have him. A man who grew up just in the same county as me, basically a few minutes up the road where I grew up at. This is Gavin. Nice to meet you. How are you getting on, Gavin?
Not too bad at all. I'm actually just trying to figure out the stream. It's a bit laggy for me at the moment. I'm not too sure what I've done wrong, unfortunately, but I'm trying to navigate that.
It actually, you're coming across loud and clear, and you're not glitching or anything. Are you getting a bit of an echo?
It's
or something
my perspective.
Like that?
It's everything's a bit like robotic-y and kind of laggy.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what's causing it though.
Sadly, sometimes StreamYard will do that. It depends on the day. You could do everything the exact same, and then you could do the same stream the exact same the next day, and it'll be perfectly fine. Sometimes that happens. If there's any other suggestions, lads, maybe you want to pop them in the private chat there, and Gavin could take a look at that. But is it workable? Could you get on with it, or is it kind
I
of
can hear
like,
you at least at the bare minimum. So
yeah,
voice-wise,
just
I'm
irritating,
fine.
like.
Yeah, it's just a bit hard to keep up with the
Gotcha.
screen, I guess.
Gotcha. What I might do is I might ask you just one or two questions, just quick, keep it simple, like. So when did you get your first 1/6 scale figure? What was it? And
It was actually... Oh, sorry. Continue.
no, you're going. I was done.
I was Deadpool during 2019. I didn't really understand what 6 scale collecting was at the time when I bought him, though. It was just a random purchase, but it was the Clone Troopers that pulled me in big time during COVID in 2020, and it went downhill from there.
Mm-hmm. yeah. So it's kind of you didn't. I'll just get one, and then yeah.
Yeah, last run of myself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna full screen you there because your display is quite impressive there behind you. Are they? They're not IKEAs, are they? They're not Billies, or no, they're not.
It's based off the Billies, but it is a custom kind of design. But
yeah,
basically Billies to an extent.
Yeah,
much.
It's fresh looking with the white, like it makes all the colors pop up. And do you have little risers there in some of the Spider-Mans, yeah?
Yeah, the Spider-Man's got out of hand as well, so I kind of needed those. For most displays, it's just the one shelf, and it's kind of good to go, but those guys are like too many.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's looking good anyway. Any crack, guys? Any funny stories, or what's the temperatures like in your neck of the woods? Is it still boiling as it was last week, or anyone pick anything new up?
I finally got Darth. I can never pronounce his name. Darth Nilius, I think is how you pronounce it. Finally got him.
Some people say Nihilus,
I think.
Some people say Nilius.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the one with the skull and all the kind of the robes around it.
The cool lightning effects. It's just the effects are a little flimsy. I was hoping they were going to be a little bit more sturdy, but I think I already broke one of the lightning effects. Within like 5 seconds of getting them out.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Adam? Anything brand new this week?
Yeah, I got the DB Toys Worm Man in. It's a 1/12 scale figure, so it's based on the Amazing Spider-Man. It's like a shrunken down hot toy. It's pretty good. Third party. It's got a little smidge of a QC issue in that the webbing is raising off the foot, but it's not that bad. It's not a problem, you know.
It's a 12 scale one, yeah.
Yeah, so I collect 1/6 scale and 12 scale. I've actually started off with the 12 scale and moved to the 1/6, but I kind of collect a bit of everything. I'm not I'm not beholden to one scale, you know.
Yeah, I mean, basically you're a glutton for punishment is what you're saying.
Yes, the wallet's very much so crying out loud every 2 weeks. It's like, can you please stop? And I go, no.
Yeah, you only live once. I'm going to show something just to get a bit of an icebreaker there. Just going to do things a little bit different. Well, if I can actually find the bloody document I had, we might have to change a plan on that. I might have to change it. Give me 1 second here. I'll share it. So I saw this thing today. I think it was today or yesterday at the weekend. It popped up, and I just thought it'd be an interesting way to start the show. So basically, apparently the platform, I believe it's, I think it's Sony. So I'll get this up here if I can do this properly. All right, so at the top, there we go. Yeah, I should have it now. And it should be sharing shortly, if this actually bloody works. Yes, it should be popping up on your screen in a second. Just for people maybe listening, I'll describe what I am sharing here, or it should be sharing. Come on, it doesn't seem to be actually playing ball here.
That's that Burger King Wi-Fi, Shane.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, exactly. Damn it won't come up. Here we have it. Got there in the end. I'd love to tell you we're usually more professional every week here, Gavin, but I'll just be lying to you. So it's processing.
Oh.
This is like when you send a payment, or you get, usually when you're getting it, you're looking for a payment and it comes through, and it's just processing. So I'll just describe it. So apparently, a bunch of people on the Sony platform. Here we go. Yeah, so Sony.
Oh yeah.
To delete 550 plus, so over 550 digital movies and TV shows people have previously paid for in highly controversial update. Now, some of the titles, obviously Terminator 2 is one of the titles. I think some of the Rambo movies were in there as well. And I think it's something to do with Studio Canal, that they're withholding licensing or something like that. So when it was due to kind of re-up their contract, I don't know, do they want more money, or are they playing chicken or hardball with them? But basically they're saying, no, you can't use their movies anymore. So this is has been the argument for the longest time for buying physical media, because at any time, whether you bought it on Apple or Prime, whatever, there could be some sort of an update. They might lose the rights. They can just take things down, and this is going to be really pivotal, because as well as just taking things down, obviously there's the risk that they might change the art, and that's not cool. So if there's a movie and there's a controversial bit in it, maybe if there's I don't know, off the top of my head, if there is a really bad guy in it, and that really bad guy is a racist, and that's part of the character of the evil person, you're not supposed to like him. It's a bad thing to be a racist. But they might just go and just take him out for fear of offending people. And it's like, no, he is a racist. We don't like him. We're not on his side. So that's just one example. They might just kind of tidy up and take things out of these movies that actually they should be in there, because they're key parts of that character, key parts of the development of the storyline. So I'm just going to put it back to you then. What's going to happen here? I mean, are the people going to get refunded? They bought the product. It was for keeps, although on a downloading site, shouldn't they have access to forever? What's your call on this, folks? Anyone at all who maybe wants to weigh in on this one?
I bet there's some small print somewhere, isn't there? Every time we
probably
bought
is,
something,
man.
I bet there's small print that says, that's got this covered, and I can probably guarantee it. So we won't. So they're able to take these movies off of pretty much any platform that people got them off of. Then
this one, I believe, I think this is specifically to the PS5 or the PlayStation platform.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have a PS5, but maybe the guys who game might be able to help me out on this. I mean, I know that one of the reasons people buy PS5s, not just one bonus, is they have a good 4K player on it. So that's a bonus. You can play games as well. But I understand that games can come in disc form now, and they can be downloaded or played online, whatever. I get all that. But does that mean they have their own store, like the Apple Store or the Amazon Prime Store, where you can download your movies?
I don't remember. I used to have a PS5. I remember you could download games, but I don't remember you could download movies. I know, the player always used to put in hard discs into it.
Yeah, they have like
The game's
they
even-
have a media
Sorry.
section on there now. So yeah.
The games
was that
even
called?
themselves are,
Sorry, 1 second, Adam.
Sorry.
What was that, Kyle?
Yeah, no, they have a media section on the PS5 now. They even have a Crunchyroll on there,
Right.
so they've got quite a bit of stuff.
Okay. And
yeah.
what were you saying, Adam?
the games themselves are even basically a QR code now. Like when you have a disc, the disc basically gets installed into the machine, and it doesn't
Yeah.
carry the game anymore like the PS1 or PS2 did. It's just
Yeah.
giving you the ability to download it. It's very, very dark times. Like this is, it's funny that Terminator is a topic and it's been coming out with Hot Toys and Inart because you're seeing some
Yeah.
very Skynet-esque stuff.
The
and this is
irony
it.
is not lost on me. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right. The irony is not lost on me. That's 100% right. That is.
Shane's frozen for me. Is he frozen for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was me personally.
I was
with the
froze. I
second
think
half.
he froze for a while there, or did I freeze? Or
You
Yeah,
froze.
you froze, Shane.
yeah. Sorry. Sorry. What were you saying there? The last thing I heard was you were talking about it's funny that it's Terminator or something.
Yeah, so it's very Skynet-esque, like, and as you were saying there, it is like it's an awful lot of it's playing out in real life now. It just drives home, I think, the point that physical media is king, and if you can get it, buy it. Like, whereas these streaming services, it's fly by the wind, and it's something I'd always recommend is physical media anyway, because you have it, no one can take it away from you. It can't be deleted like this, and this is a big problem.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you because, I mean, I don't know, growing up, I think definitely like, well, definitely my generation, we were the generation of CDs. I can still remember cassettes. I'm sure, Bob, like, you got a few years on me, so I presume there's like,
What?
CDs
dare
are still
you.
a thing. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? There was.
Of course, I can remember cassettes.
Yeah, cassettes and stuff like
VHS.
that. Like, yeah, and even like in college, like the iPhone. When I was in college, I think one of the first iPhones kind of got released, and it was like around that time, people were using like whether it was mini discs or the Zen Creative or just MP3 players, or basically the iPod. Before, because the iPod came out a long time before the iPhone. But I mean, even in college, like I had the option to get an iPod or a Zen Creative, an MP3 player, or one of the Sony players, or if I wanted a Discman, but I hated Discmans, mini disc, whatever. I still opted out for the Walkman because I preferred the sound quality. So I used to buy the CD, like transfer the CD onto a cassette because I just preferred the audio quality. But then it just hit a certain time and it was like, okay, anytime I'm listening to music, it's more than likely three places: in the car driving somewhere, in the gym, or if I'm traveling on a train or going on holidays or whatever, like they're on a plane. So it didn't make sense to keep buying, like no one buys CDs anymore. Some people buy vinyl or whatever. So I gave up on that a long time ago. It's like, well, I'm just going to pay the $10 or €10 a month for Apple Music and have access to whatever in my pocket. Like, just great. But with the music, the movies thing is, I felt that like I liked having that DVD, especially if it was like a special edition, came in a nice box and nice artwork, as like, right, that's a collector's item from one of my favorite movies. But I built a nice DVD collection when I was younger, and then it was like Blu-ray came out and I was like, I'm not going to go buy all these same titles again. And then 4K came out and I was like, I have no interest in that. And then I moved away and it was a space thing. It was like, okay, I can just buy an Apple TV, which is like that size, and then more or less any movie I want, I can just download it, and if I move houses, because it's in a cloud, that will follow me. And like I do think that is amazing, and I'm not trying to downplay the advantages of streaming, but definitely a few years ago I started into the 4K, as you know, and never looked back. It's there's something about, you take out that disc and you put the disc into the player, you're committing to that movie. You're not watching I'm not going to the trouble of turning on the player and getting the disc and putting it in. The phone goes in another room, so this is worrying. What do you think the outcome is going to be? It's just like tough luck, the small print, Bob. That's where you were standing.
I totally think that there'll be nothing, in terms of recompense or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. For me, this isn't mega news, because unless it's the start of things to come, because I think as long as you've got an eclectic taste in movies, there's always great movies out there on one form or another to watch. It's not like I'm never going to be able to find, if I want to watch Jaws, I'll be able to find it somewhere. Do you know what I mean? It's not like all movies are suddenly going to be wiped from all platforms.
Mm-hmm. But would you like say for the people that, let's say, like I nearly went down that rabbit hole of like I have a pretty comprehensive library of, movies on my my Apple account that are just I can watch on my phone. That is actually handy. I've been in friends' house and they're like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" And it's like, "I don't have anything." And it's like I showed them my phone. It's like, "That's my library." "Oh, let's watch that one." We can just cast. That is very, very handy. There are definitely advantages of streaming. You save so much storage space because space is like, we're in a hobby that demands space and commands space. So if you're like a 6-scale collector and you're collecting vinyl and you're collecting physical, your house is only so big. So there definitely is a major advantage of just having things all like digital. But I can see. I think I do prefer the physical thing. What about yourselves, Gavin? Do you I don't know. Like, do you collect anything else? Like, what if you wanted to watch a movie? Are you all about the streaming, or would you buy physical media, or are you just like you just use a streaming platform, or what do you think about this situation?
In all honesty, gaming really pulled me towards digital streaming fully. Like, I'm too lazy to get up off the couch half the time to put a disc into the Xbox, and then it kind of went from there. I was collecting other stuff outside of figures too, but like you said, the space, it gets ridiculous. So I just had to cut it back and just figures only, like 6 scale. I've dabbled with 12 scale a little bit, but like they're very straightforward and simple. They're small, but media wise, no, not really, to be honest. I don't know. It just doesn't really do for me that anymore. I just kind of digital. I'm just like click of a finger, you get it, and it's done with. Really, I guess. Just
the convenience side of things.
Yeah. I get the downside of this though.
But would you like say like would you ever like buy a movie digitally, or would you just like stream it or rent it or
mixed bag? Honestly, I'll rent, I'll buy. It just depends on the price at the time. If it's a good price, like the 2 It movies recently, I think you could buy both of them for €10, and I was like, you could rent one for 4. I was like, you might as well just pay 10 and get.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I completely get you. And what about Kyle or Adam? Like, where do you stand on this? I think. If I remember correctly, Adam, you're all about the physical media, or I could be wrong. I could be.
Yeah, 100%. I have a lot of physical media myself. Like, I've built up a decent collection of Blu-rays over the year, and like everyone's like technology. I don't mind it going forward in terms of like you're saying, like Apple TV and stuff like that. Like, I one of them myself. They are great, but ultimately, like, say for example, your Wi-Fi goes down, you don't have it anymore. It's gone.
Yeah, so that's very true.
Put the disc in, and it still runs. So, that's what I'd personally be all for physical. I'm a little bit older, like I'm 36 now, so I'm looking at it from that point of view, being like, well, it's a cold, rainy day and things go wrong with the Wi-Fi, at least you can bang it on,
No, that is fair. There's definitely a lot of, I suppose, there's pros and cons to both of them, I'd say. I think I'd be in your way of thinking though. For me, it's like, the best quality you're going to get is from a 4K disc. And even though like I have 4K streaming movies on Apple, I remember reading about it. I was like, how's that 4K? And then there's a 4K disc. And I just like basically, a quick Google will tell you that it'll say 4K streaming, but it's not the same quality that you get. There's it's just a superior quality on a disc. Yeah, compression. Yeah,
Netflix actually charge you, I think, a bit more to have a 1080p. If I'm not mistaken, like. That was around Stranger Things. I was like, what is going on? So, yeah. Yeah.
It's tier system, man. It's the same as, yourself, you start off and you're like 1D streaming service, like, oh, this is great. And then suddenly there's something else you want to watch, another one. And then before you know, you have 3 or 4 of them. You're like, this is not sustainable. So we wanted to watch something on Now TV, and I was like, no, look, we've enough subscriptions, so we just went with like the cheapest one on Now TV. But like, I'm watching that Welcome to Derry on it, and every now and then there's like this ad for like 80 seconds, and it's like, it's just so funny. Like it breaks the immersion completely, like, and ironically, the 4K player that I bought, I didn't know anything about the players at the time. They're quite expensive. The one I bought was like middle of the road, whatever. It was a Sony. But about 2/3 of the way through the disc, it will stop. and I'll have to open the disc and put it back in again. Apparently it's a common problem with that actual player because the laser or something like that can't get down to the deeper layers in the discs or something like that. I remember reading it anyway, but apparently it's a common thing. Like, so yeah, that's so immersive breaking. So I'll be getting a 4K player eventually. You know, I added to the list of a million other things I've got to get first. But yeah, look, I thought that was an interesting way to start off the stream because it is a concerning thing. Ian, in fairness, our resident 4K expert, has been saying this for years. Robert Meyer Burnett has been saying this for years. He streams with John Campia and Mafia. He has a stream called Let's Get Physical Media. So like, people have been talking about this for years, and there's any amount of YouTube channels on that will tell you. So I might just have a look through the guests before we start doing the 6 scale talk. So we have a bunch of people come in here. Thanks very much. We got 33 people watching live. It was about 39 a while ago. That's been going up and down. So we got Mary De Los Reyes. I hope I didn't butcher that. I think she's talking about the Inart Supergirl. We got June Zarab all the way from Finland. Of course, we've got Bob. And we have got the Moose Stream is in the building. Only when I breed, evening all, loving the 3 football matches per day. Yeah, and down to the knockout stages now, which is more interesting. We have got, of course, we have Kyle Display Lab Collectibles is here. We got Paulina here as well. I'm glad Haaland scored. Norway will beat Brazil. We got Doc Bat. Of course, we got Dave, X-Man Supreme. Thank you very much for being here. We got Just Keith Lee, another one of our previous panel members, currently in a meeting. You should always just quit your job, man. Just quit your job. Come stream with us. Currently in a meeting, but have the live stream on the side, so please don't do anything cool or funny. Okay, grand. We'll definitely not make our business to say something funny over the next while. We got Dogito as well. Thank you very much for being here. We got Shiny. There's a new one, and he's even more Irish. Yeah, in fact, there's 3 of them. Yeah, that's like, what was that? Yeah, there's a line in episode 1. Now there were 2 of them. There's only 2 of them. Who else do we have? We have this lad. This must be a mate of yours, Gavin, is it? No?
He sure is. That's John. Yeah. He's here to
Hi, John.
give a bit of support.
How was the form? Thanks very much for watching. Who else do we have? We have the Fox here. As we say in Scotland, Teltgate. I can't pronounce that. 4K. I saw that bit. And yeah, so Ian, obviously, I sent that same picture to Ian and the article that went with it, and I kind of knew his response already, but he's right. Paying to purchase these games, is John saying paying to purchase games, but actually playing them for the license. Paying for the license is highway robbery. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Sorry, I'm not a gamer. Could anyone fill me in there, Gavin, or what does that mean? So paying the...
I think what he's saying is that you don't really own the game. It's more just like they've done it before, like games like Anthem. Like I think I paid maybe €70 for that. Like, and it's just gone now. You cannot get that game. It's fully gone. Like, it's gone.
Oh, right. So you're only playing for the ability in that case to play the game for a certain period of time if they remove it.
Essentially, yeah, they can just do when they want, really. I mean, I think I haven't looked into Destiny 2 too much, but I know they're doing something with that where it's kind of sunsetting a bit, but I'm not too sure to what extent.
They stopped doing that in Destiny 2 because a lot of people are getting a little upset about it. But yeah, initially they did kind of sucked, but they fixed it a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's just, and that goes back to the argument. I suppose if you have the physical media, so Dave still has his. I wish I kept my VHS. He obviously had a crush on Ariel then, by the sounds of things. VHS of the Terminator. That's very cool. Better sound mix than a DVD. Crazy. Interesting. No one can delete my Jurassic Park VHS. I love the way a lot of people are giving VHS love inside here. That's fantastic. They need more. Honestly, they need more space for AI. Possibly. Did they? They removed the best episode of Little. I think I might know that one. I think I might know what you're talking about. But this is what I'm talking about. You know, they're a lot of the stuff like Father Ted that's on streaming service. I mean, for how long more? I've got that box set, all three seasons. Fantastic. Hopefully, just like I hate a streaming service removing episode because the past media doesn't fit with the modern views. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, exactly it. And a lot of these things, like, we forget that they're jokes. You know, they're not supposed to be taken seriously. Okay. We're going to talk about something. So you are brand new, Gavin, so we're going to let you talk. You're going to decide what we're going to address or speak on first. So I will get a grid up there, and based on the photos, you can decide which direction. That is not the right one at all. That's last week's. Sorry, Gavin, we're actually really good. Like,
I would have chose Pennywise personally, but you know, it's obviously not on the table.
I'll give you the options here. I'll just call out the options. We can talk about the Hot Toys Thia and Bud. We can talk about the Hot Toys Range Trooper that got released. We can talk about the Hot Toys Harley Quinn or the Inart Supergirl tease. I have the video for Inart Malfoy's release and the 2025 Superman, or we can talk some of the Jazz Inc. stuff. Your choice.
We'll start off hot, sure. We'll go with the Supergirl. That's fresh on the counter.
Grand. I'm just going to put the actual thing, the photo up on screen, and I'm gonna get your thoughts, folks. Gavin, you can take it away, and then you can weigh in on your thoughts as well. What you think of the price, what you think of the head sculpt. We don't know the price yet. We'll maybe speculate. Give some thoughts about that, and I can move back and forth towards these through these images if you just let me know. Take it away there, Gavin. What do you think about this? Are you interested or?
I'm definitely interested. I'm in a weird place with it though, and it's kind of similar to the Superman. I feel like Hot Toys and Inart, they both have angles where they're good, but I feel like both of them are missing it a little bit. If they were merged together, I feel like they'd hit the mark, but it's the same thing with Supergirl as Superman. I don't know if there's something missing on each one that isn't quite there, but then the opposite is said where they have something else that the other doesn't, like the body on Inart is better for Superman, but then I feel like the sculpt, I don't know, it's tricky. Like I like this one a lot, but I feel like her face is a little too full. She's got more of a chisel, like kind of, I don't know, like facial features. But on the Inart sculpt, it's kind of very full. The hair as well, not too sure about it. I do like it, but I feel like it could be better. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely interested for sure in her.
I think Bob, you were saying something about the shape of the face. Like she's a very slim girl. She's very slim, and I think in that picture, I know it's only one picture, and when you see one picture from one angle and the eyes are posed in one way, it can be a bit difficult to discern if they've done a good job or not. But you did mention her face is kind of more round than Millie Alcock's faces.
No, it was actually Jim that mentioned it. But I can see where he's coming from. I think this looks fantastic, to be honest. I mean, I haven't seen the movie. I'm not the greatest fan of these movies, so. But for me, as a figure, I just think it looks fantastic. And I know there's people talking about the eyebrows need a tweak and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, we could always tweak most of our figures. For me, it looks very, very good. And it does look slightly different from the Hot Toys one. And I get people on preferring either figure. For me, the Hot Toys one captures, I guess, the sort of look, the expression, the feeling of the character in the face a bit more, but I think the quality of this one sort of trumps that, if you like. So while I think this doesn't capture quite that look, I would still rather have this figure because I think it looks like a better quality figure.
You know what I think? A good sculpt. I think there's two parts to a good sculpt if you simplify it and boil it down. One, does it look like a human being? Is it realistic enough to trick the eye into thinking it's an actual person? So does it look human? The second thing, or lifelike is probably a better way of saying it. And the second thing is, does it look like the human it's supposed to look like? Suppose you be likeness is what you'd be talking about there. And I think Inart nailed the 6-scale humans like 10 times out of 10. Like they don't look wonky in any way. And the likeness, they tend to nail most of the time or get very close to. So I think this looks like a high quality figure, like all their figures are, to be honest. But I don't know if it's this particular angle that's thrown it off, or the lighting, or whatever. It's hard. What they do when they release these. I
think Mike said, didn't he, that tomorrow that it's probably tomorrow that we get some more images from this.
If they follow the pattern that they did for the Terminators, the Endo, and the Pennywise, they show this and they announce the date of the pre-order goes live. Then the next stage, tomorrow you'll see the photo dumped of the promotional images, and then a few days later you get the price and it will go live on the site. So if they follow that pattern, we should see a bunch of photos tomorrow, and then from different angles, different expressions. I don't know if it's just me, or are the eyes slightly misaligned. I know that that's a user error. It's like, I don't know. It looks, I don't know, to me it looks maybe slightly misaligned, but
you know when we have this issue all the time, don't we? We align our eyes and our figures so they look great on the shelf. As soon as we take a photo of them, they look like they're in a different place.
But I wonder, is that because when you're looking at the eyes, you've two different eyes from two slightly different angles, so you're getting like the sum of all the vision from your left eye merged and right eye merged together, whereas camera lens, it's just that one lens and it's one point. So maybe that's what makes that a bit difficult.
Yeah, I think our brain, biologically our brain cancels out the tiny bit of difference that the camera doesn't.
The camera doesn't lie.
Yeah.
What do you think, Adam? You in on this one?
Where do I start on this one? It's like, okay, as a figure, it looks great, and I have to give them props for that. It does look brilliant. However, I was initially feeling sorry for Inart having to do this, because I didn't think that the movie was going to be a huge success. I also don't think the figure is going to be a huge success, and I actually feel somewhat when you're seeing the recent prices, like the price increase on the Black Myth Wukong on their site. It kind of says to me that they are padding the prices of other things to make up for what could be in like a low requested item in this one. The same with the Lobo figure. Like they did confirm that they are going to do a Lobo. The Hot Toys are doing them anyway. They seem to be doing them good enough. I'm very surprised that Inart are actually pressing ahead with this, because they did cancel the Black Adam figure. Now I have the Hot Toys Black Adam. It looks great, and could Inart have done a little bit better with it? Probably. But they decided at that stage to just can that. I'm so surprised. Unless they're contractually obligated to do these things, I think that this one is a strange release. But in saying that, the figure does look great. I know it has its fans. I know there'll be people out there that will like it and enjoy it. And it's more for them, less for me. My wallet is happy about that. So that's a good positive for the wallet.
Mm-hmm. And Kyle, what about yourself? Any interest in this, or any interest in it first of all, and then second of all, what you think?
No interest. But honestly, the hair looks fantastic. If they could kind of like merge the Hot Toys expression and put it onto this one, I think it'd be a 10 out of 10. Just not sold completely on the face. It's a little, I don't know, not. And the eyebrows too, they seem a little too dark. Face looks a little too round as well. But the way that they took the picture, it's kind of like under. It's weird. Maybe if they put it up a little higher, a higher angle, it would have slimmed her out a little bit. But yeah, no. I think the Hot Toys, they won on the expression, and Inart definitely won on the hair.
Yeah, this is one of those ones like I don't buy figures from movies that I don't like. To be honest, I typically don't buy figures unless I love the movie and love the TV show. There are some very rare exceptions in the collection, but that's just the way, as Mike L or Jonathan would say, that's how I put guardrails on my collection. Like, this is an expensive hobby. It drains money, it drains space, and I don't have time or the money or the space to be buying things that just look cool or are high quality. Like, it's the movie first. If I love the movie, that will entice me to want a piece of that movie on my shelf or that character. I hated James Gunn Superman. Not impressed whatsoever. I haven't seen this movie. I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't seen it. I know that it's not doing well at the box office, but I don't think Shawshank Redemption did too well at the box office, because the name is too bloody complicated. That was one of the reasons. I want to go see a movie, true. And people didn't know what the name of the movie was. The Shawshank Redemption. It's not like prison movie. Easy title to remember. That is one of the things. It did not do well at the box office, but it just, people discovered it after it came out of the theaters, and it's one of the greatest
Oh, he's frozen again, isn't he? Yeah, he's gone again.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Everything I've seen, I just have no interest. I don't think I'll enjoy this movie, so I'm not doing it. And
doesn't that
I know,
doesn't that look brilliant though? On that, doesn't that look brilliant? What we're looking at now.
It does. I was just about to say. With that being said, even though it's the Star-Lord style jacket and the Walkman
look how
and
cool that is.
Tell me you're not a character associated with James Gunn without telling me directly that you are. I think they got the color of the jacket right, and no doubt the tailoring and materials will be better. If the boots on the Hot Toys one are leather, the boots on this have to be leather. Have to be, no excuses. But I think that they'll beat him on the tailoring, the design of the suit, the realism. I just think that's a strange shot to advertise the head sculpt with. I think it was Mandy pointing out the eyebrows. I don't know enough about the character's eyebrows to.
I think it looks quite like her. To be fair, whilst I'm not going to see the movie, and
I can see the likeness.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. I think if you place the hair a little bit more over the eyes, because her hair kind of is a bit messy in that movie, I think it looks really good. I think the Superman, though, I was only saying this to Harrison, I think he looks very much like Shooter McGavin from the Happy Gilmore movie. So,
love it. And I think there was a 12 scale version of that who looked even more like Shooter McGavin, if I'm right. Yeah. Anyone else? Any other thoughts on this? Is anyone here a dead cert getting this?
I think I probably will, to be honest. It's a funny one with her. It's like, I think the pictures that come out sooner rather than later, hopefully, will improve the likeness. I think it, like you've said, it's just this angle is a bit funny. Like, it is a bit of an awkward angle. It's a bit of an upward head's tilt, the eyes are tilting, everything is going on at once. I feel like if we get kind of a dead straight on look at her, it might be a little bit better. But, next couple of days, hopefully we'll see that. I do actually love the character. The movie, I didn't actually like that much, to be honest. It wasn't great.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah. I wasn't massive on it. I know you just said you hated Superman. I actually love that movie. Yeah. So I don't know if that makes it better or worse for you that I do not like this one. But the character I thought was, I really liked her, to be honest. Even though the movie weighed her down, I just, I like her a lot. So I probably will get her, to be honest.
Yeah. And typically, Gavin, it's like the lads will tell you, it's rare that I will say, oh God, I hated that movie. It's so rare I actually don't use the word hate that much. I just don't I really did not like that movie at all. And it's just, I think the combination of that and the trailers and the bad reviews and people who kind of know my taste who've seen the movie no, it won't be for you. It's not just one data point I'm taking, but at the same time, I have not seen the movie. It could be the greatest movie ever, but I've also not seen Madam Web, and I reckon it'll be a waste of my time. What are you saying?
Imagine.
Do you think that do you think that the character, for me, I think the character is so derivative of Superman. To do that as a follow-up immediately was a silly idea. To be kind of like the first Iron Man movie, doing a War Machine movie immediately after that. Instead, they went with Hulk, Captain America, Thor. They really varied things they did in the early MCU. To go straight from Superman, which was an ensemble cast, into a Supergirl movie, which was just her, and then apparently Lobo was added very, very late into the production. It seems very strange to the way that they've taken this, I think, direction with this movie. And even now, they're trying to cover it with the PR of we're announcing Batman soon. It's you should have been doing that after Superman,
Yeah, I think this character is kind of window dressing, and it's not a foundation. And they messed up the DCEU by not giving all of the characters their own solo movie before joining the dots and have them to meet on screen. It would have made perfect sense for Ben Affleck to get his own Batman movie, whether you like him or not. And then maybe even do a Man of Steel 2, or maybe at the very least do a Batman solo movie, and then there'd be a Batman solo movie, there'd be a Man of Steel, you'd have the Wonder Woman movie, and then merge them, you know what I mean? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, was the first time we saw Gal Gadot on screen in the DCU, was that not BVS and then she got her solo movie after that, or am I wrong on that? I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
So we saw her first in BVS and then she got her solo movie after that, and then another one.
Like, yeah, and her solo movie was a prequel. It was, so it tied into why she did what she did and where she is now. Like, I get what you're saying, yeah, but I think what happened with the Snyder stuff was that he initially, I think, had a 5-movie plan, and then Warner Brothers came in and were like, we're gonna do this spin-off and that spin-off, and it got out of hand really quickly.
Yeah. But you know what it is? You're right. I think they should have. Okay, you're starting off with a Superman movie. That is a sensible move, and I think your man Cornswell, he looks the part. You know what I mean? And I didn't hate him in the role either. He looks the part, and he's likable as well. But do a solo Batman movie as well. Do a solo Wonder Woman, and then start bringing in all of these characters, because like she is derivative of Superman, and to be honest, like this was based on a comic book written by I think Tom King. That when it's not that old. I don't even think it's 10 years old. There are, from what I understand from diehard comic book fans, there are better Supergirl comic books, and that comic book didn't exactly fly off the shelves. So very strange moves. It's almost like I don't know. It's like Gunn is not thinking with his business hat on and thinking of like, I'm just going to create my passion project. And like when you're the main guy in DC, you need to be thinking more about the fans and getting families through the door. The DC, the first few phases of the MCU worked so well because anyone could watch them. Kids could watch them. Adults could watch them. Families could watch them. The better movies got repeat after repeat after repeat viewings, and they hit 1 billion. It was like, and there was a time there, and like around stage 3 coming up to Endgame, it was like, oh, it's an MCU film, it's going to hit 1 billion, because it appealed to everyone. Like there was, the normies were there, not just the comic book fans or the people that are into movies, or the diehard collectors, whatever. It was just getting the repeat viewings. But this, a very strange move. But again, with the buyout of who was it? Paramount. The Paramount own them now?
Yeah, Paramount own them and the UFC now, yeah. So it's quite an interesting situation at the moment.
The Paramount own them and who else?
The UFC.
UFC?
Yeah. The Ultimate Fighting Championship. Yeah.
I didn't realise that. Yeah, I didn't read that's a strange combination. I didn't realise they bought UFC as well. But yeah, so will he even have a job in 12 months?
No.
There's Man of Tomorrow is coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's speed running a trilogy here. Mm-hmm. It seems that way. I don't know about what anyone else thinks, but it seems like he's speed running like a Superman family trilogy, and I think he knows he's out the door then.
Right, yeah. But then what did they do then? Did they reboot again? That's ridiculous, like.
Yeah.
I think they should stop making movies. Do the Matt Reeves number 2, if you're doing number 3, whatever, but just stop making them for like 10 years and actually think, what do we want to do? Let's plan. Let's plan a big story, and then if they want to do the connected universe, or just do away with the connected universes. The MCU did it well for 3 phases, and then, yeah. Looking forward to Brand New Day anyway. I presume everyone's looking forward to Brand New Day, yeah?
Maybe.
Maybe? Ooh, not a fan, no?
Well, they seem to. Sorry, look, lads, for like kind of going back on like a story. I know this is a toy talk show, but I don't know, the storyline of No Way Home deleting everybody from Peter's life to then reintroduce the same people straight away seems like a stupid move. It seems narratively like a bad choice, but it seems that an awful lot of these writers that are around Hollywood now at the moment seem to just contradict people and contradict other people within the same universe really quickly. It's like what's happened to the Hulk and Thor. It seems like it's a game of ping pong a little bit, and I think it's unfortunate that we're in this sort of point in time. I would have DC, I would have been going for Jon Favreau. That's who I would have had. He started the MCU. He had a lot of good plans that would work in a darker universe like DC, but they decided to go with James Gunn, which was an odd one, even though he's publicly stated he didn't really like Superman himself. So that's who we have helming this thing. It's
that's
weird.
Wild, isn't it?
Yeah, very wild. Strange. Yeah.
But we'll look forward to tomorrow. I'm sure if those photos get dumped, I'll do a video on this. Look, it's Inart. It's 9 times out of 10, it's in safe hands. Although, upon reflection on their Malfoy, we'll be talking about that later, but I think that's one of their weaker figures so far. We'll take a look at it anyway later. But okay, so this is the actual grid. Bob, what are we talking about now?
Let's go for the snap.
Straight into the snap. Okay, so here's the deal, folks. If you're new, I'm going to show my panel members. Well, they're kind of contestants for the next minute or two in the snap. 2 images, and they have to decide which one gets snapped out of existence, Infinity War style. You never get to see them again. There is no end game. They're gone. Alright, Bob, you can only own one. You might have no interest in them, but which one would you get rid of?
Oh. You know what? When I first, maybe even as much as little as a year ago, I would have jumped on that figure on the left. I don't know. It was just the sort of figures I was in, but despite the lack of love for Harley Quinn, for a number of reasons, I still love that expression. I kind of wish I could get this expression on the traditional outfit with a baseball bat, but not happening for now. So I would snap Thia and Bud.
All right, Kyle.
Yeah, same. I'd get rid of Thia and Bud, keep Harley.
That was quick. Adam.
Snap Harley.
Yeah, did you like Badlands?
Yeah, I really liked Badlands, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think narratively as a movie, again, it was good and in the first 30 minutes, and then it sort of forgot that it was a death planet when it went to the other side of the story about Thia and Deck. But I loved the Thia character. I actually quite liked her. And Elle Fanning was very interesting in the movie, I thought.
That sounds like an idiot. Let's have a conversation now backstage. Yeah. But they've nailed her head sculpt. We will be talking about that later on. I'm in the polar opposite way of thinking as you. I couldn't stand her. I thought she was like Shrek or Donkey from Shrek. I know. I love Donkey. Just to be clear, I won't disrespect Eddie Murphy or Donkey. I loved him in Shrek, but I just felt that she was kind of very Donkey-esque. But we're definitely in a different. But look, that's why we're here. Different trains of thought. But what would you get rid of there, Gavin? If you could only have one, you can never own the one you snap.
Well, I've got Harley en route, so it might be questionable to snap her at this point. So I'm gonna have to get rid of Thea. She's only just she just came even announced today, so she's gotta go. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I mean, Harley's a main character as well, realistically.
Yeah, no, solid logic. I obviously didn't like Badlands, but I did like the Suicide Squad. But I'm not a major Harley Quinn fan. But what I would do is I'd snap Thia and Bud, because the price of Thia and Bud is $270, and I know if I sell the Artisan, I'll probably get more for it. So that's how cynical I'll be on that. So I'd snap Thia and Bud there. So sticking with Gavin there, similar question. This time Thia and Bud up against a range trooper. You're a trooper guy, but you like clones. You mightn't like this trooper.
I've got a whole lot of Empire as well, trust me. Does this count for the other range trooper as well, or are we counting them separately?
Yeah, well, this whatever you think yourself. Like, it's just basically this version. This is the 2.0, which is basically the same. It just has the bazooka and was $5 cheaper, which was random, pissed a lot of people off. But what do you think?
Actually, I will say quickly, they need to start doing accessory packs for that kind of stuff. It's getting a bit ridiculous. Like Tron, it's like they could have just given us like a helmet and a chest plate if people wanted to buy it separately to add on, like a little DLC, if you will. But they could have done that with this guy too.
That makes perfect sense, and that's why they won't do it, because they want you to buy. They want you to buy. No one's gonna. I butchered this phrase again. What's it? No one's gonna buy the cow if you're giving out the milk for free. That's what it was.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. What about yourself? Or sorry. So which one did you snap there, Gavin?
I think I have to keep the range trooper, to be honest, and get rid of it again. I have a whole sno collection, so it just makes sense to keep him.
Yeah, I'll actually just chime in really quickly. I have the range trooper on. I have the range trooper. It has been pre-ordered. It's on PO. It has been PO'd, and of course, actually, I forgot your Harley has been PO'd. It out there. So I would obviously snap Thia and Bud there. I was delighted when this came out, because my rule on the Troopers is if I'm collecting the Trooper, it has to be from like a Star Wars content that I love, and I didn't love Solo, and the first one was branded Solo. So then when they just repackaged this and branded Andor, I was like, excuses. Nice one. I'm in. So yeah, I get rid of Thia and Bud there. What about yourself, Adam?
Yeah, the Range Troopers going, I thought Solo was awful. So that's going to be my reason for it. It's funny, the way you describe things about loving the media, I'd be very much so similar. Loving the media, loving the character. And if I don't like it, it's got to go. So the Range Troopers got to go.
But that Range Trooper, this one here, this is actually the Andor one.
Don't give me that nonsense.
No, this one has a bazooka, and it was in Andor for a total of 34 seconds. Yeah, and it did relatively little, but it looked cool doing it. No, that's fair enough. Kyle?
Yeah, I'd probably keep the Range, get rid of Thia and Bud. I mean, I don't collect Troopers, thankfully. My wallet is happy about that, but it definitely looks cooler out of the other ones.
All right, Bob?
Yeah, whilst I feel the Range Trooper is one of the better figures, it's got a lovely weight to it in hand, doesn't it? The original one.
So I've heard.
I would still snap it because I just would prefer a figure with a nice head sculpt on my shelf.
Yeah, and it actually is a really good head sculpt. It looks exactly like it, to be fair. We always like to keep it current here. I'll go first on this one. I have no interest in either of them, but I do think I do quite like the look of the jacket and the headphones and the sunglasses over the superhero outfit. It's a bit different, it's a bit weird, and I think Inart will produce a better tailored coat and figure overall, so I'd have to snap the Hot Toys one here. Yeah, what about yourself, Bob?
Yeah, I'd have to snap the Hot Toys one, definitely.
Kyle?
I'm gonna keep the Hot Toys one and snap Inart.
You prefer the Hot Toys one, yeah?
Yeah, I just feel like it's more of a representation of Supergirl. I mean, the coat is cool, don't get me wrong, but this one, it looks more like Supergirl, a little less Star-Lord.
But I think with the Inart one, all the stuff will be removable, though, to be fair.
This is true.
Yeah,
but we don't get a crypto, do we? Or do we get a crypto?
We don't. Well, it hasn't been shown. So we might. They've done a crypto with Superman.
Yeah.
They might be sneaky and go, no, if you want a crypto, you got to buy the Superman. They might do that, or they might include it too. We'll know tomorrow. So, yeah, stay tuned. Adam?
It's not the Hot Toys one, because with the Hot Toys, what you see is what you get. Maybe a little bit worse by the end of the final production. Inart is only going to get better. So I'd have to stay with Inart. They can stay and the Hot Toys can go.
And Gavin?
Yeah, I'll have to snap Hot Toys. It's mostly down to the hair. Like the sculpted hair, it kind of makes it look more like a toy compared to Inart, unfortunately.
That is true. I'm going to catch up on very briefly on some of these. That's not what I wanted to do. Just on some of these, some of the chat basically. So, Dave has openly admitted to liking a fictional animated cartoon character. I did actually have a crush on Ariel. She began my lifelong love of redheads. Dave is a sharer, and that's why we love him. Thanks, Dave, for letting us know. Purely platonically speaking, I don't think they made the figure anatomically correct, sadly, this time. Oh, you got to tell me which one you're talking about, because we were talking about Thia and we're also talking about Supergirl as well. Let me know. Only When I Breed was saying, give the edge to Hot Toys, but you can't go wrong with either. So obviously talking about the Supergirls there. Keith reckons it's something with the eyes that's off when the hair looks phenomenal. Now there's a comment here. Obviously this is the pinned comment. It's pinned every single week. We got 2 new channel members in the last few days. I will mention them at a certain point in the live stream, but if you want to become a channel member, just click on the link, and there's no obligation, but is greatly appreciated. So I'm looking, there was one comment there. Yeah, so Tremble Dust was saying, I'm a bit different. I will buy the figure from a property which was not considered good, but I totally respect folks' mindset. So you'd actually buy like a quality figure from something you're not into. Like just on that. Sorry, I might sound a bit gatekeeper in there. I have to think it's good. if everyone else in the panel or everyone else in the community thinks it's bad, but I'm like, no, I really enjoyed that. It did it for me. I will still buy it then. It doesn't necessarily like have to have like a Rotten Tomatoes score of 95% or higher. That's not how I operate. It's just like something that I really liked. I'm like, I really like this. I will go ahead and get it. Big Chief Studios, Tommy and Arthur Shelby, they're not the greatest figures. But I do love Peaky Blinders, and it's the only one you can get out there in licensed capacity. You could go out and buy a custom, but it would cost me an arm and a leg and a liver, which I don't want to do. So yeah, so you have a different perspective there. I appreciate that. So you'd buy it if you just like it, but you might not necessarily have to like the source material. That's fine. Dave is saying, I don't think this movie rates all the hate it's been getting. I saw it. It was fine. I liked it, but it's gotten so much vitriol. Because hate sells, Dave. If it bleeds, it leads. How many times you turn on the news and it's good news? It's not. It's all doom and gloom. And YouTube, unfortunately, is no different. I saw a lot of people taking photos of Millie Alcock, and they had some ugly character superimposed onto her face, which I don't think is right. Like, I mean, she's beautiful looking girl. I don't get that, and that's even besides the point. I don't get why people have to do it. Well, then I do get it. They're just doing that because they know it's a thumbnail and it will get the attention and it'll get the clicks, and that's the internet, unfortunately. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But so you don't think it warrants the hate? I may get it, but it's not a priority. I want to see the full reveal. Yeah, absolutely. Got lucky. Got lucky. Just 1848. Superman was easy the best film of 2025. That is not even close. Sinners was better than it. Weapons was better than it. 2025 wasn't a great year for movies, but I respect your opinion, but I'm going to respectfully disagree on that one. Madam Web, not worth my time apparently. That's fine. BVS, most of the characters were teased. Yeah, fair enough, we got that. To be fair, the comic was pretty well regarded. Movies based on, but from what I'm hearing is they deviated a bit too hard from the source material, especially with the villain. Would that be right, Gavin? I heard the villain was kind of a weak point, or...
Oh man, no? Yeah, not great. Pretty boring. Like, in all honesty, just a bit of an NPC.
Yeah.
Just
not like a Thanos or anything, like, or someone that you could love to hate.
Thanos is like like shoe polisher maybe at best. I don't know. He wasn't great.
Yeah. It's funny how you do need that kind of Darth Vader or Thanos, or that Joker, that good, a Joffrey from Game of Thrones, someone to love to hate. Like, you need someone, because if the villain is that evil, you're like, there has to be stakes. I think the villain helps to create the stakes. And how are they going to outsmart this guy? How are they going to stop this? Like, the Terminator was a great villain in the first movie. It's like, and the T-1000 in the second one. If you don't have a good villain, you probably don't have a good movie, unfortunately.
It's interesting how there are very few excellent villains in movies though, and the ones that are out there almost make the movie twice as good, don't they? Like Hans Gruber and Die Hard. If he wasn't such a good character, that movie
absolutely,
would be, I think if you think about it, I mean, could you name more than 10 fantastic villains from all movies of all time? I bet you'd struggle.
I don't think so. I don't see, because like I would say right
you're
there.
Do it now, aren't you? You're going to do 11 now, aren't you?
The T-1000 right there,
yeah,
straight away. And correct me if I'm wrong. The Terminator from the first Terminator movie.
That's sort of cheating. Yeah.
They're two different people played by different actors. Heath Ledger's Joker.
You forgot the Terminatrix, Shane.
Vader. Maul. That's just 5. Okay, is Jaws a villain?
No, he's a victim.
No, he's a victim. Yeah. You're putting the animal rights card on me. Come on, folks, help me out here.
Hans Gruber.
That's 6.
Yeah, I was about to say
so
that,
like again, and that's just on the spot. Like, I presume like you'd be able
Joffrey, like you said.
Joffrey, yeah. Well, there was 7 there.
It's season 4. Vecna from season 4 of Stranger Things. He was good.
Yeah, but what I mean is
terrible.
What I mean is how many, the ratio of movies that are out there about 0.1% of them have great villains. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, that's a fair point. I would apply the exact same logic. That's a perfect segue, because this is something I think Got Lucky Just 18. I'm just going to call him Got Lucky. Why I disagree with your point earlier on about Superman, I agree with you on this. I think they should stop making Batman and Superman movies for like 10 years. And just, or 5 years, and just kind of plan out what they want to do, and then reboot it, and just like reboot it with steroids. Yeah, so I get what you're saying, Bob. For every like good villain, like really strong villain, like that's the bloody household name, there is probably like 100 forgettable nothing villains, like, you know.
Yeah.
And even just looking around, the Predator, I think the Predator was a good villain. So we're on like 8 now. I'm kind of determined to do this.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we see Davy Jones already?
Doc Ock, Spider-Man 2.
Jones.
Davy Jones is pretty good.
There you go. Yeah. I just know that when we go off screen, I will I will think about a million other ones. Why didn't I say
all
that
night?
one?
Yeah.
So help us out in the chat, folks. Like really, really iconic villains you just love to hate, like, you know. Fade Rauta, Dune 2, legit. Like really, really good.
That one.
Or even the Baron Harkonnen. Moose, yeah, I'd agree with you. I think Malfoy is their weakest figure to date. It might be a hot take, but yeah. Okay, let's move on, and we will. So, hey Anthony, how are you? Pass on anything Badlands. Harley looks okay, but not as good as the Proto. Yeah, we haven't talked about her, but I agree with you on that. Predator Badlands was honestly just a weak copy of Avatar. They copied so much of the story. Actually, anyone seen Hoppers? That cartoon? No. Where they like, it's in like an animated kids cartoon where it's just been released in the cinema a few months ago, where the premise is they can like download someone's mind into an animal, and then they can like communicate with the animals. But in the ad, they're like, the kid who's about to be having a brain downloaded into like a bunny or something, she's like, oh, like Avatar, and they're like, no, it's nothing like Avatar, but it's quite funny. It's actually very like Avatar. But Harrison said it. He said it was really good. Okay, so yeah, thanks for being here, Anthony. We're going to move on here, and we're going to get Kyle. You're up. What are we going to talk about? I'll show you the options here. We got a lot to talk about, to be honest. All right, so where are we going?
I don't know. It's too early for the quiz, eh?
No, you know what? Sometimes I think we should do the quiz now, because we always do it at the end. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Okay, so if you're watching, folks, this is the part of the show where our resident quiz master, Bob, aka the tiny art guy who's actually 6'2" or something like that, he has some questions from movies from us. The first question is usually in what year was a movie released. The second one would be who directed, and the third one is who played a certain character. So we got the music going, and you know what, we'll leave the teams as is. Myself and Gavin, we switch over to private chat, folks, so that we don't see anyone putting the answers in the comment section, which you shouldn't be doing, folks. Alright, so it's going to be me and Gavin against look, the Culchies against the Dubs. You love to see it. Adam and Kyle.
Another whooping for the Culchies now in the last couple of days. Is that what's happening? After Dublin took down the Galway lads, is it?
Adam, you hear? Gavin, are you hearing this? You hearing this? These are challenging.
We know what Dublins are. We know what they are now. We all know.
All right. You can go first.
Yeah, they're going first. So they're team 1. So Kyle and Adam are team 1. Yeah. Shane and Gavin are team 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I remind about the guess the theme? So at any point, you can guess what the theme of the quiz is. You've only got one chance per team, so you might want to confer in your teams first, and you get an extra point if you guess it right. If you get it wrong, It doesn't matter. You just don't get the extra point. And you have right the way up till the end of question 3 to guess the theme. Is that right, Shane?
Yep.
Okay. I need a script really to read from each time, don't I? I just sort of make it up. But I think we're there. Okay.
Yep.
How are we doing? Have we got the music on? Because I can never hear it.
Yeah, the music's on. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'll crack on then. That's what you're saying, isn't it? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle and Adam to go into the lead. In what year was the Iranian hostage crisis movie Argo released?
Jesus. Adam, are you good at this stuff? Because I'm absolutely awful.
I'm not really sure about Argo. I could take a wild guess, but I'd be more looking towards you, Kyle, there.
Well, we're a little screwed then. I'll go. So what were we thinking? Maybe early 2000s?
Yeah, it was like Ben Affleck was kind of young in it, wasn't he? And
Yeah.
so was John Goodman.
Yeah. He wasn't very buff yet, so he hasn't been Batman yet. So
Yeah, so it'd be prior 2016 before that, I'd say.
when did Batman come out?
I think it's 2016. I think the BBS was.
2016.
Yeah.
All right. So how about we go with 2009? What do you think?
Yep. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, locking in. Okay, Argo was released in 2012.
Oh.
So
Not
close.
too bad. Yeah. Right. Shane and Gavin to take the lead. Featuring Kurt Russell, in what year was The Christmas Chronicles released?
Oh no. Can we say what month it was released? No. Oh man, The Christmas Chronicles. Okay.
I have the
Christmas
notion.
Chronicles. Is that? Have you? That's not the animated one, is it? I think that's animated. Okay, I think it's over 10 years old anyway. So I reckon it was in somewhere between 2010 and 2016. Have you seen it? No, I think I've watched it once.
I don't even know about the movie, unfortunately. I have a weird gut instinct to say a certain year, but I don't want to just throw one out there because then I have no idea what I'm talking about. So,
That makes two of us. What year did you have in your head?
I mean, if I say it, is that the answer? Or
No, as in we can discuss the answer before we say final answer.
I was going to say 2014. I have no idea why. Just yeah.
It's better than what I have because I know the movie. I think the movie is over 10 years old, so that would put it at 12 years old. Why not? I've no other frame of reference. We're just going to go with it and just move it on. We'll go with 2014. Bob.
Yeah, locking in on 2014.
Yeah, we'll lock in.
Okay. The Christmas Chronicles was released in 2018.
We were close. 4 years off.
You were
and
close.
I was wrong.
Right area.
I actually knew that one.
Oh.
Man.
Did you?
Yeah.
All these modern films, I'm putting questions.
Yeah,
on
he's
as well.
trying. Yeah, he's trying. Oh, masterpieces too. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Argo's solid movie.
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
brilliant movie. Yeah. Do you remember the phrase from it they kept using, which was quite funny?
I
Go
don't.
fuck yourself.
Yes.
Was it? Is that what he kept saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they use it a lot in the movie. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Fuck you, asshole.
Close enough.
Right, Adam and Kyle to take the lead. Who directed the 2017 movie Logan?
I know this one. Kyle, if you want me to go.
Fantastic. Yes, absolutely.
James Mangold.
Are you locking in?
Locking in final answer, yeah.
Okay, the director of the 2017 movie Logan was James Mangold.
Yay.
God.
The dog,
Well
dog,
done.
dog,
Well
dog,
done. Damn, we can't
Nice
let them
one.
away with this.
Right, Shane and Gavin, no pressure. Who directed the 2000 movie Castaway?
I have no idea again.
I have no idea.
Movies
I
that
was
I
thinking. I was thinking Spielberg, but it's not. It's not Spielberg. I don't think it's Spielberg anyway. Oh.
I have genuinely no idea, unfortunately.
No, I have no
I can't
idea.
think of anything.
It's hardly Michael Bay.
Was there any explosions, maybe?
No. I'll take a shot with Spielberg, but no, we don't. No, but are you happy to take a shot with Spielberg unless there's another director you think it might be?
No,
I don't know
just
who
not
directed.
mine. Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Yeah, go on.
Yep. So you've got locking in?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, the 2000 movie Castaway was directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Damn it. That's
Back to the
annoying.
future, man.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Right, to go 2-0 into the lead, Kyle and Adam. Oh, there's a lot of words written down here. In the 2003 movie Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, who played Raggedy?
Raggedy that was the witch in the hut, right?
No, Raggedy
No.
was one of the pirates.
The British dude from
I'm gonna
The
say
Office?
yeah, and if it is the British guy, I think I know his name.
From The Office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say, Kyle? Do you know his name?
No, I don't know his name. I'm terrible at names. I got his face, but not his name.
His name is Mackenzie Crook.
Okay. Do you know the name of his like little companion there, the shorter guy?
Isn't it Pinto and Raggedy? Isn't it something like that? The American guy is Pinto. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He
let's
puts
go.
on an English accent in it, but I think Raggedy is Mackenzie Crook. He's
Okay,
the
let's
taller
go.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that one. Let's go with that one.
Final answer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, locking in. Okay. In the Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Raggedy was played by Mackenzie Crook.
Nice. You're
We're
my
in
lucky
trouble.
John, Adam.
Nice.
Good
We're
job.
in trouble.
Thanks, Kyle.
Right, Shane and Gavin, well done, chaps. You are in trouble. You need this and to guess the theme to tie. So, your question. In the 2006 movie 300, who played Queen Gorgo?
If they don't know, can I steal the answer? Can I, Bob? Because I know it.
Unfortunately not, mate. Only to make them feel really bad.
I want the hat trick, Bob. I want the hat trick.
I'll let you say it if they don't. Of course.
So that must be the main queen then. As in, what's your man? This Gerard Butler's wife. It must be. It's someone like Sienna Miller, but I don't think it's like a Charlize Theron one. I can see her face, but it's not Sienna Miller. I don't think it's Sienna Miller. Have you seen 300, Gavin?
Long time ago, if I'm being
Same.
honest.
I think I watched it once and really liked it and just never watched it again, which is weird, but. Oh, I don't want to delay the show, so I don't know. Do you have any idea?
Oh, no. I can't even picture her face in my head, so I'm off to a terrible start here. I forget stuff very quickly.
I think it's a Sienna Miller style of woman. I can see her in my head, but I don't think it's Sienna Miller. I take a shot with Sienna Miller.
Locking in.
Yeah.
Adam.
He's wrong. I know the answer. Can I give you the answer?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
We've guessed.
Queen Cersei Lannister. Her real name is, and Queen Gorgo, Lena Headey.
You've got it.
Well done, lads. I'm absolutely sick.
Well done.
Yeah, this week you are the
Championi.
I was gonna go goats. We're gonna go with goats, but yeah.
Any idea what the theme might be?
I've been thinking about the
Not
theme.
that it makes any difference.
So you had
you got an idea for that?
Argo, the
Christmas
Christmas Chronicles, Logan, Castaway,
Pirates.
And 300.
I think Stephen Merchant is in two of them. I think he's the fella from The Office. I think is Stephen Merchant in some of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
No, he's not in that one.
No?
He's in Logan though for sure.
Yeah. God, I haven't a clue what the team is.
Yeah, I'm stumped on this
The
one. Kyle, if you have any idea.
The chat's got it.
The theme? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last time it was like what boxes? It was a little abstract last time.
Do you want me to give you a clue?
Please.
Yeah.
I have been.
Beards.
Yes.
Facial hair.
Beards.
Oh, as in like
Beards.
everyone has a beard. All the main characters have beards.
All the main characters have got beards.
Ah,
There
fair,
you go.
okay, yeah, damn.
Good one, Bob. That's a good one.
We need to be. I need to be thinking less hard on these ones.
Yeah, you do. This is me, remember? They're not going to be that clever.
all right.
Well done, chaps.
thanks
Good game.
Well done, lads.
Thanks,
Well
boys.
deserved. Well, we had a leg to stand on there. Fair play. We'll get him. We'll get him again, Gavin. We'll get him again. I'm going to switch the music back to the regular music and turn it down a bit. So we've got the regular music back, and it's nice and low. Okay, so we'll continue on. You're the champs, folks. Between ye, which one? What do you want to discuss?
Probably Inart.
Yeah, look, we'll get straight into Inart. So we've already discussed the well, we've already had a look at Supergirl anyway. So what we'll do is that there's two other releases that they had. So there's two videos. We're going to watch them and just we'll watch the two of them back to back. We'll watch one of them, get your general thoughts. Watch the other one, get your general thoughts, and then we'll move on. So with this one here, they released their Superman from the 2025 movie, Superman, and they released Malfoy as well. So I just want to show you this. So we'll go Superman first. And I'm just going to play this with the sound down, because for some reason you do get copyright strikes on these guys, whatever songs they're using. Okay, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to let this play through. So anyone on the panel picking this one up?
I definitely will be. Just waiting for the pre-order to come through, but yeah, definitely getting it.
And did you get both this and the Hot Toys, or did you opt for this over the Hot Toys?
I got the Hot Toys. I do like him. I have him to my side. I do like him, but definitely no Crypto. It looks a lot better with Inart. I don't know. They're kind of different in their own ways. I'm not sure if I'll keep the Hot Toys one once I get this guy though.
I like this little base. I know a lot of people prefer the Hot Toys one, but it's really simple, but I like it. I presume it's the same system flight pole as the BVS soups.
Yeah, it looks like it sticks in his back, doesn't it? The plastic square sort of plug. That works so well.
The capes in general look great. That one that's not hanging too right now, whatever. But there, yeah, that looks.
Got the fan. Like, they got the fan on.
Yeah, that makes a difference. He looks like he's absolutely going to belt into that part in Man in the Mirror where Jacko loses his shit. You know, he just looks like he's going to belt out a power ballad there with his eyes closed.
He does.
Yeah.
Some people have commented that the costume looks a bit tight compared to the Hot Toys one.
Very snug.
It shouldn't be. Yeah.
And it's a bit baggier on the screen, wasn't it? Less fitted, maybe, not baggy.
That's what I'm led to believe, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Might pause it there because it's a nice shot.
I only actually watched it the other day, about sort of 30 or 40 minutes of it, and yeah, it's definitely baggier than the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks...
I
do think this looks better though, doesn't it?
Stylistically, for sure, yeah. Definitely looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, it might be less accurate. I think it goes back to what Gavin said. He made a good point earlier on there about, like, parts of this could be more accurate than the Hot Toys, and part of the Hot Toys could be more accurate than this, and yet, like, some parts of this that are inaccurately still look well. Like, the fact that the suit is snug, it might be, it's more fitted, it's less accurate to what was on screen, but it just kind of looks better because I believe a lot of people didn't like how the suit was a bit ill-fitting. So I suppose it comes down to, again, comes back to what the collector wants. I just on the shelf, I think this just looks better than the Hot Toys one.
Could have had a dark red pole, couldn't they?
Yeah, because to blend in with the cape, you wouldn't see it. Yeah, or just
you may be able to
magnetic bases. Make magnetic bases great again. Yeah.
I know with the BVS one, you can wrap the cape around the pole, can't you? So it doesn't show if there's enough cape.
Right. Yeah. It's true. Thoughts on this? Anyone at all?
I really like the proportions on his body. The body, like, it looks great. I think that's Hot Toys' biggest downfall currently is they just keep reusing bodies, and it's just like apparently everyone has the same body. It's kind of like, come on, guys.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
It's a bit annoying 100%. In that regard. I mean, it's how they got into hot water with Ahsoka. They blatantly just used the previous Ahsoka's body, and then that kind of causes controversy for him. But this guy, it's like you can tell they kind of keep changing the bodies, and I like that. I know the suit's probably a little bit more accurate than Hot Toys. Like I said, it's just kind of give and take between the two of them. But I do like this one a lot, even though, like you said, it's a little tight, but it does look nice.
This is one of the examples of how a figure has made me like the suit a bit better. But maybe that's the little alterations and inaccuracies they've done has actually improved the look of the suit over its on-screen counterpart, which is a bit ironic. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that I didn't like the movie because I can just save money here. I don't have to. Well, it's not saving money at all, really. It's just not spending money. It's probably not the same thing, but I do think this looks really well. Definitely about to just hit a power ballad there, 100%. So, Adam, are you have any interest in this? Or you didn't particularly care for this movie, did you? Or?
No, I wasn't a fan, so I didn't pre-order it at all. I actually pre-ordered the Inart Christopher Reeve on the last day because I was like, But I was like, it looks good, and now that what's happened with Inart telling you that their stuff is going to be a little bit more limited, I think it was a good idea. So for anyone who got this, I think you're in for a good show here. It looks really, really well, and like Scourge is saying there, the unique bodies on the Inart stuff, like they got to get props for that because that's a great thing to do, I think.
Yeah, the bodies aren't all just the same and the same height and the same dimension, the same chest. They've definitely, you can see the differences in them. Yeah, I think this looks really good. I think if I like the movie and this is what was coming home to me, even though that sculpt, that expression is not in the movie. Maybe it was based off some deleted scene or something, but it's not in the movie. I think as a figure, it looks great despite the few inaccuracies like the tighter suit and stuff like that. I heard people talk about the S as well, but I don't have the eye for this suit or haven't watched the movie enough. I do like the inclusion of this one comes with boots that are automatically pre-posed pointing down, doesn't it? Or
yeah,
that's a good idea.
I'm pretty sure it. Can you remember the BVS? I have the BVS, but I put in this one pose and I really like it and I don't want to mess with it. Did that come with them too?
No, you had to move them, didn't you?
Right. Yeah. Okay, but this one here actually comes with the pre-posed boots, which is a good idea. So any other thoughts on this before we look at the Malfoy one?
It's another win, isn't it, for Inart?
It is. This is a W. Yeah. Whereas the Malfoy one, I don't know. My first impressions were like, oh yeah, it looks good. But then when I looked at it a bit more, like something about his head. We'll just take a look at the video now. Unless does anyone have any closing comments on this?
No.
No. All right. So we'll just take a look at this. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the color of the hair, the hairline, and the size of his head. It looks a bit funny the more I look at it. Like, all right. So this is the Malfoy one, which was released. Which I think no doubt it is definitely the weakest of the 4 children that they have released from Harry Potter, and it's still definitely the weakest of the 5 Harry Potter figures because they've done the 4 kids and Snape. They've announced other ones, but I think they're the only Harry Potter releases so far. Would that be right? Snape and then Ron, Harry, Hermione, Malfoy.
Yeah, that's everything that's out at the moment. We're just waiting for Dumbledore after that, but you know.
Yeah, and I think like Harry, Ron, Hermione, their outfits, their bases, same with Snape. Win. This one here, no, I'm not. Like it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter how good this was. I'm not really a Harry Potter fan, so I will have a look at it. So the usual ticket and stuff like that. The usual Inart unboxing experience comes with Fang and a nice base.
Nice,
really nice background.
Fang's nice. Yeah.
How much is this priced at?
I don't know. Is it around 500 or something like that? Definitely in between 4 and 5, I'd imagine. I can't remember. I can't see this in the high 3s even.
Nice to see the magnetic guys that were abandoned.
Yeah, it's weird the way. I like that base. It's really simple, but I like it. And that's magnetic as well, I think.
It's got the wheel on the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the track system. I love these diorama bases they do. They're really good at them. I should just slap a full magnet on, obviously, but I'm not feeling that head sculpt though. Right there.
Yeah. I think.
Look! It's this area here. It's not. It's the hairline looks odd, but can you see? It looks like he's wearing a. It's like they haven't got. I think the hair color is more yellow. Then he's kind of like more of a white blonde, from what I remember. There's definitely yellowing on the hair. The hairline looks odd. I know what they're trying to. They're trying to go for this quip, but I think they've flattened his hair too much. That's nearly a bloody perfect circle.
It is. That's why
it looks funny, I think.
Yeah, you almost want to flatten the side bit behind his ear down so it's less like a football.
Squeeze his head so he's a bit narrower in the face. He's
it looks like he's got water on the brain a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, he looks like a fishbowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm bursting someone's bubble. I don't want to yuck anyone's yawn.
I think they've got the expression. I like the expression a lot. I think that's the expression to go for.
I think we're adding him to another villain.
No.
No. You love to hate Malfoy.
How scary? He's not scary, is he?
He's a little shit though.
He was very misunderstood.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's such a 2026 thing to say. He's a little shit. Who's the villain then over Voldemort?
Or
maybe Malfoy's dad. No, Malfoy's dad kind of turned into a wet fart in the end.
It's got to be Voldemort, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember a villain. Thoughts? Does anyone on the panel have this on pre-order? Interested in this?
No. I have Snape and I have Dumbledore, but I didn't get any of the kids.
Yeah, that's a good shout, I think.
Have they done enough that it's an Inart win?
Yeah, I actually think it looks really good. I think it looks like Tom Felton. I think they've done a good job of capturing the likeness. The hair, he was dyeing the hair throughout the movies as well, and in later movies, then it was a really visible recession of the hairline. So, I think they've nailed this here. Really, to be honest with you, I grew up a Harry Potter, so I'd kind of be a little bit more of an eye towards it. But I think they did great here. Yeah.
But can you see what we say? Can you see what we're trying to say with the perfect circle nearly? Can you see the cursor actually?
Yeah.
You see, it's almost
very round,
naturally round, like. So
yeah, kind of you might be able to do something with that.
Yeah,
I'm thinking anyone that's got the other 3 kids, I can't see them not now getting this.
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
If you put the sorting hat on him, it fixes the head problem.
yeah, we can sort out the head sculpt by completely covering it up. Yeah, it's funny. I'm gonna just quickly, folks. I'm actually. Do you have any other thoughts on Superman or Malfoy before we move on?
Nope.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna share this tab here. I'm absolutely parched. I need to go grab a bottle of water and potentially a beer. Can you just give your thoughts on Thia and Bud? I believe it's $270, and I'll be back to you in 2 minutes. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bob, you're in charge, right? You're in charge.
Am I?
Okay. Yeah, you're in charge. Right.
All right. Thanks. Yeah.
See you in a
I'll
minute.
kick off, lads, if that's all right. This figure reminds me of the who was the character from that was with Balin's skull. It's the similar sort of hairdo,
Shin Hati,
isn't it?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, the hair is very Shin Hati. I think it's good value. I think for that it's nice with it. When you get extras in these packs, I always think it's nicer to get an extra character of some sort rather than an extra weapon or an extra log on your display. So I think value-wise, this is a good proposition. For me, they're going deep, aren't they, into this film, but they're spreading it out over. I think Jim mentioned it earlier in a thread. They're really spreading it out, the release of these figures.
Yeah.
So I don't know if people are still bought into it. But I think it's a really good looking figure. I like the swap out eyes. I think that's a nice touch. And I think the Kagools have got a sort of weird charm to them. In the right display, I think they look really, really good.
And Bud looks
That's
way
me.
better than Crypto, so...
He does. He does.
They've done a good job on Bud. He doesn't look cheap at all, actually.
Do you think he's got seams on his shoulders? Do you think
I was trying to look. I was trying to look there. Yeah.
I think he has, because you're not really going to bend. You're not going to pose him from that, because he'd just look like this, wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if his elbows bend, but I'm guessing not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Looking at it, it's probably going to be a bit of a power pose kind of thing. Obviously, a little bit of circle arms and whatnot, but I think even the legs are probably mostly fixed by the looks of it nearly. Can't quite tell, but I think so. It looks quite funny with the jacket on, though. I quite like that in the bottom right.
He reminds me of E.T. when he's E.T.'s dressed up in the female clothes, Yeah. But I think you could have more fun with Bud if he was more poseable.
Yeah, definitely.
With your other figures, if you could, have him on someone's back or something like that, I think you could have quite a lot of fun with him.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a missed opportunity.
It's interesting how deep they're going on this line, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very surprising, to be honest. I didn't expect that at all. I feel like they might even do the brother as well at this point.
They will.
That'd be cool.
They will.
Yeah.
It's Disney, isn't it? It's because it's the same reason we've seen Romulus figures, not just the Scorch, but also Rain. And probably the same reason why we've seen Aliens 40th and Alien. It's owned by Disney, so it's probably easier for them to make these figures now. I think that's a great head sculpt.
Yeah.
I think the sculpted hair, it's a bit noodly in some photos, but looks pretty good. The only thing is it's a bit of a missed opportunity the way this isn't detachable. No.
Still make you buy it. Yeah.
Do you reckon there's going to be another version of just the legs? They might give their legs as an accessory with something else, or they could maybe. But they're going to do the sister as well, though, because didn't Elle Fanning play two characters in this?
Yeah.
And they're identical, so I'd imagine they're going to do this again with a different outfit. Yeah. Would that not be the almost obvious Hot Toys thing to do?
Customizers will have a dream with the legs if they came on their own.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. You're not wrong.
I wonder if they'll ever do Giant Bud. That would be funny.
You never know.
Your room.
Yeah. This is 270, so I mean, if this movie floated your boat and you have the other ones and you're into it, There's a bit of value there.
Yeah, I think it's good value. I think it's very good
figure
value.
Figure and a half.
Yeah.
Anyone picking this up?
I think I'll wait for release.
Not yet.
I'm not going to pre-order. I'll see how I feel when it drops. I'm not really
Is that a magnetic base? I see. I like the base. It's simple, but is that magnetic? Do you reckon?
It's got enough height to it, hasn't it? They haven't said that though, have they? Does it say on the screenshot of the back of the box, so to speak, Shane? There's a screen, isn't there, that's got all the accessories on it.
Is this on Sideshow yet?
Actually, what's interesting is there seems to be 2 poles coming out of it.
Yeah.
As opposed to the normal crotch grabber. It looks like 2. Can you see that on the screen? It looks like 2 skinny poles, or maybe that's just a crotch grabber painted or something like that. Maybe there's like a white strip in the middle. But it looks like 2 skinny poles, doesn't it?
Yeah. They would have said if it was magnetic, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would have.
I'm looking right now. No, it doesn't mention it.
Yeah. But I actually like it. It's kind of a thin looking base. It's a bit, I don't know, I just like the footprint isn't too big. It's kind of slightly environmental looking.
I think that looks really great. I love that.
Yeah, the jacket's running me over a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
In fairness,
it's so charming.
I've actually just noticed that. They've nailed that. They've nailed the expression on Bud. I'm just noticing. See, she's got a waist clamp here.
That's
Now it looks different though. I think it is like 2 separate skinny pieces that come up and wrap around her. Then you know about these.
Bud's got 4 points of articulation. It looks like too. So probably just the shoulders that are moving.
They've done a great job on Thia though.
I actually really like this. Can you stop showing it? Because otherwise I'm going to want it.
Yeah, I'm getting tempted myself now.
You got the pulse rifle as well. Do you know these ponchos? I actually quite like characters with like kind of whether it's long dusters or like the Neo type character or the Cad Bane or even like the Return of the Jedi Han Solo characters, Blade Runner type stuff, the long coats or even with hoods and stuff like that. Cable came with a really nice kind of a poncho, but like this here, we've seen sometimes the fits don't turn out in final product as good as they're advertised here. Like there's a really good photo of her wearing the poncho. Is it here? I think there's a better one. That looks okay. Thought there was a better one. Yeah, that looks really good. The way it's hanging.
Yeah.
Looks like she's using the force though a little bit. Very like
it does. She's definitely Shin Hady there, isn't she?
Yeah,
white
absolutely.
eyes really make it nice too. Actually, I think with the white eyes and that poncho, it looked very cool on the shelf.
Yeah, because I think wouldn't she be putting her hand like that if she was like trying to open a door or something like that? I think did she try to hack the doors to open them or something at one stage? Because she's kind of computer, isn't she? I'm nearly sure she did something like that.
She is, yeah.
I'd be using those eyes anyway because I just think they're such a
good something touch, different, aren't they?
270. Not for me. Who in the panel is in on this or considering?
I'm on the fence.
I'm considering.
Yeah.
Okay, no certs. I'm just going to close the poll there. I'll give the poll another minute actually. Rate the Inart Supergirl head sculpt. We have the first option is 10.9, the second option is 8.7, third option is 6.5, and then 4.3. No one's going to give it a 1 out of 2. It's not a 1 out of 2 in fairness. We got 43% for 8.7, 63 votes. I'm going to leave that open for another minute, then I'm going to close the poll. All right, I'm going to take that opportunity. Anyone want to contribute any other thoughts just before I move on from this part? All right, so I'm going to quickly have a look at, I'm going to just do some basic stuff for the channel, and then I'll address the chat and move on to the next topic. Folks, if you're joining us, if you're watching live on the replay, it is greatly appreciated. Please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It just helps with the brutally crushing algorithm that is the YouTube algorithm, and just gives the channel a bit more exposure, and it is greatly appreciated. So we're at 5,879 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at 16figurefocus, and that's where I promote all the shows and put up figure photography from time to time, and unboxing reels, all that kind of stuff. Shout out to our channel members. We'll start off with the new channel members. We have 2 brand new channel members. We have one, Obi-Wan's Addict 35. Thank you very much. I appreciate you supporting the channel in that way. And we have Junes Arab from Finland. I believe they're in the chat. I saw them earlier on. So yeah, your YouTube handle will be at the end of all of the content, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that in a few seconds. The Troopers, we have a few gifties left over from a giveaway I did about a month ago, so they probably have another few days left of channel memberships. We've got at Rampash, James, Empty Proxy, JLAM97, Eddie Rodriguez. Then the Troopers are Obi-Wan's Addict 35, Chris K, Philly Z, TJ Mike, Keith Lee, Collectors Universe 16 Mike, Viking Collectibles Yomo, The Ben Thomas Show, Dogito 16 Shooter, Figures and Fandom, Howard Potts, Ancient Silver Fox, Brian Wong, Jim Collector, Lance Dots Nerd Corner, Mike L, and Ryan Smith. And of course then the Commanders tier. Actually, first I want to give a little shout out to Shiny as usual. And then the Commanders get their YouTube names displayed like this. Rest in peace, Mark Mitchell. New video, just my thoughts on the Jazz Inc. Catwoman most up-to-date pictures and videos of their Dio and their battle damage and clean Catwoman. Alright, and we're back. Kyle,
we lost Adam.
We lost Adam.
Yeah, we lost Adam.
Okay, we'll see. He might pop back in there in a second. Maybe he's having internet issues. While I'll have a look at the chat there while... I'm kind of
Shane, have you got the lights on your new your module?
I do, yeah. That's right.
You look very well lit tonight.
Yeah, say. Very well lit. That's that seems like that could also be like, yeah, you look drunk tonight.
Are you gonna change the angle to see the module cases for?
No. I actually just love the one figure per shelf look, and the way I have the room set up. I even like this angle, just the corridor at the side of me, so because it's just different, because you get used to
it looks good.
Other ones. So I'll be. This is going to change here. All the OT stuff on the bottom shelf there is getting removed. I was away the last few days, but while I was away, I got a notification that the USB hubs that I found for the module case, I ordered these 5-port USB 3.0 hubs. So each of them they're small flat black USB hubs. They hold they have 5 connections each, and I got extension wires and stuff like that, so I can start wiring them. So the first thing I'm going to do when I can get those off the neighbors is tomorrow I'm going to wire up my original trilogy cabinet, and that's the first project.
The lights built in?
Pardon?
Are the lights built in the module cases?
The module cases?
Yeah.
You have to. They come with them, but you have to attach them and wire them up. But they're already done.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can literally. 1 second. I'll just. So
you could like replace them with like Govee or something, so you could do different colors and stuff, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like this is just a kind of a little preview into what's to my left.
That looks really good.
So there's that's the first time I think I've properly displayed that. Yeah. So then Mark III there. Thanos is down there underneath. The Jokers, I don't like having them so low, but look, there's risers there. So when you have a riser, nothing really has a bottom shelf. But there's that old kind of joke that the figures you don't like are the ones that you're going to be selling next or on your bottom shelf. That's definitely not true in this case. I want to use that Murray Franklin Studio diorama with all the spotlights and everything.
Yeah.
But it's so tall.
Hey, Gavin, did you see how he had his Joker nicely displayed?
I did indeed, yeah. My guy just can't fit in the shelf, unfortunately. The dial is just too tall. It's like maybe 18 inches. My shelves can handle 17, so...
Did you get the Inart one?
No, I actually got the Hot Toys one. I just quite like the base on it, to be honest.
The base is fantastic on that one. They did a great job on that.
It is.
Yeah,
it's just the lamps on top are just what causes me not to be able to fit it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've displayed mine. I've taken the lamps off and I've fixed them to the top of my module case ceiling. You can see them behind my shoulder here. So they're not actually on the... It doesn't quite line up properly, but it enables you to get it in a module case. But
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea,
it's not on top with the gantry. It's separated. But just use some cable ties on the roof.
Yeah. The bottom shelf of my modular case is 65 centimeters tall, so it fits in nicely there. But the rest of them are 50, and it's just a bit too shy, so it's not going to work there. But at the same time, like, that's why I got them of those different dimensions, 65 and 50, for those oddities. So it does look quite well down there. Now, I did actually have a problem, though. I'm a bit gutted. I'm actually really gutted. I don't know if it's just sure, but when I ordered the Catwoman diorama, I was looking, I was like, it looks big, but like, yeah, look, it'll definitely fit into the module cases. And originally these were, because I wanted these to be tucked behind the door. I didn't want them blocking the door, obviously. And the space I have available to work with was approximately 33 centimeters. So I said, right, I'll order them so that the depth is 32. So there's just a bit, it'll fit in fine. But then I realized, well, there's a plug socket behind that I'm going to have a plug in to feed wires. Sorry, I'm just going to let Adam in here. Sorry, Adam, he's back. Let me in. There we go. Sorry, it must be that Burger King Wi-Fi, was it?
Burger King Wi-Fi, 100%.
Yeah. So I realized that, okay, the plug, even if I don't use a smart plug, if I just use a plug on its own and put the smart plug underneath the module cases, which is what I've done, that's still going to push the module cases out from the wall. So I was like, right. So I got on to Brian, and before the ball got rolling, he sent me one design. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. And then I was like, a few days later, I was like, actually, Brian, you're going to change that from 32 down to probably 28 centimeters in depth to compensate for the fact that I couldn't have the module cases up against the wall. They have to be a bit out. And then I think at that time, I was like, I lost, 4 centimeters. And then when you actually get the module cases, they're actually from back to front, they're 28, but then the actual display face is 26 centimeters. I know this is really boring, but the gist of it is, I'm not sure now if that Catwoman will fit in. Yeah. And I'm actually a bit brokenhearted because I'm so hyped about that bloody diorama base. Because I know it's not going to fit into a Bliliden. I know it's not going to fit into a Millsbow downstairs.
The throne from Boba doesn't even fit in the Bliliden.
Say again?
The throne from Boba? Yeah. His Chad doesn't even fit.
It would fit in the 2 module cases I have underneath the Blilidens, but the problem is I've taken my troopers out of that and they're gone up in here, and that is empty because the tumbler is going in there, and there's no way I'm giving preference to a Catwoman over the tumbler. No, of course not. So I'm going to... I did message Yost, and he said it was less than 28, but I'm going to message him again and get the exact depth on it. Like, if it's 26, I'm laughing. But if it's any more than that, I'm unfortunately going to have to probably cancel that and get one of the versions, the Battle Damage or Clean Deluxe. Yeah. But I'm going to be a bit sickened because the Dio has just turned out so bloody well now, in my opinion anyway, but...
I need to do something with my cases. Right now I've got Venom Pool and Venomized Iron Man on the same shelf, and it's just so squishy. So I like to have all my Marvel together, all my DC, all my Star Wars together. So I need to gonna look into some module cases too, I think, because it's getting out of hand a little bit.
Yeah, it's module case. They say like life is about. They've said this multiple times. Life's about. It's not about the destination, given that the destination is death. It's about the journey. But module cases are the opposite. They are 100% about the destination because they're expensive. They take ages to get here. The first few are difficult to build, but then you just get used to it and you get into a flow state and it's fine. And actually, Bob, I'm at a stage now where I'm like, I get where you're coming from. It is kind of therapeutic. Yeah,
it's very therapeutic.
Once you get through the first 1 or 2 that are like, how do these work?
Grease on the screws. Maybe that's just
the oil was something else.
Yeah, there's a lot of oil on them in there.
Yeah,
but in fairness, what was your technique? What was your technique? Like I just first of all unboxed, found all the horizontal ones, and immediately put the washers and the screws in. And then I had to wash my hands then because they were covered in the oil.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah,
I got the rubber gloves out when I got the first bit of oil on me. I was like, where's that coming from? And then I noticed all the screws had it, and I went, that's where it's coming from. So the gloves were on, and then that was it.
But imagine they shipped them not oiled up, and they have you put on the oil. I would hate that.
Yeah.
Because they're so well engineered. I never had any issues with any of them, like screwing in or anything, and they're all pre-oiled. It's the way to go, really, isn't it?
It is.
On that, I think maybe we'll go and have a look at. I want to take a look at those Jazz Inc. I want to take a look at some of those Jazz Inc. products. The Catwoman there, if that's all right with people.
Did you see the back computer from Jazz Inc?
I did.
I was very tempted. I don't have anything out of Hot Toys, but it looks so good. It's a little pricey though.
Are you an '89 fan? Yeah.
Yeah, but I would just use it for just like videos and stuff, just for other figurines, for you know, like photo shoots and stuff. Because I always use
$1,100, something like that.
1,600 Canadian, so whatever that is. No, was it 1,600 US? I don't remember.
I think it was about 1,200. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was around 1,200 to be honest.
But it looks so good. They've done like an amazing job.
This Superman will be a bounty hunter in my Star Wars display. Is that the Corn Sweat one?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Ryan, did you Did you like that movie? I can't remember if you liked it or not. I presume you're getting those the figure. You usually get the Inart stuff. A bit late, but ready for the party. No, a wizard arrives on time. Okay, so let's take a look at. So they put up some. It's like a highly talked about figure, really. So unfortunately, this has been pushed back from. It was supposed to come out March of this year. It's been pushed back to September, October. This is one of the battle damage sculpts with obviously the rooted hair. This is kind of the one they're calling the deranged look. Then I actually think this looks really well. I know it's just a microsecond in the movie, but if you've seen the movie, you know that when she starts giving herself a bath, that's kind of funny. So you have, this is one of the clean sculpts. Another one of the clean sculpts. They're two the same, just lit differently. They're the same, aren't they? Just lit differently? No?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
think that's the consensus now, anyway.
Yeah.
They've done a good job on the tongue, eh? Like making it look wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The kind of glossy look. I thought there was a post there with everything. Okay, we'll take a look at this as well while we're here.
They've improved that, haven't they?
That sound it sounds solid. And then you have...
So is this the one you were going to get but might now be too tall?
This is... No, the height's fine. The height and the width are fine. But when I was meshing, he said it was less than 28 centimeters. But I need to know specifically how less. So I'm going to mesh him again, just say, look, it would probably be a dose, but like, I just want to know. I'll explain, I'll show him what I have available and just like basically ask him will it fit, because I think this might be a tad too big. And I know that you had a similar issue with your tumbler, Bob. I've just set them up. I'm not willing to drill out about. I'm just not doing that. It's just not happening.
I took a Dremel to the back of my logic case. Yeah.
And in fairness, it worked. I'm just not willing to do that, and I'm not willing to put up. I have a lovely windowsill here. I'm not doing it. I just moved the 4-pack out of that. The windowsill is. I don't want it clear. I've had the cases I have now, and that's it. So the reason I ordered the 2-pack is because of this. Because I liked both looks. I couldn't decide if I wanted to clean the battle damage, and this just tipped me over. Whereas if this had come with the deluxe cleaner, deluxe battle damage, I would have just gone for it.
They've really improved the lighting on it as well, haven't they? You know,
I don't think it was ever lit up in the other.
No, but when they showed renders of it, they were you could see the hello there, or whatever it was.
See, here you can barely make out the T and the O, which is the way it's supposed to be, because it actually obviously says hello there. And I think that's actually quite clever in the movie, the way they just smash the two things and it's hell here. But even when he hits the like when he hits the window, if you listen to it, like that sounds solid. Like it just like it sounds well made. Watch the rest of it. And then that was the issue because Warner Brothers said have snow on the top part but not on the front part for some bizarre reason. So he has this separately so you can clip on the snow if you want it. I really like this. I did ask him about the curtains because I think the curtains actually looked better in the prototype, but he said no, that's the exact same material. It's just it's been kind of ruffled and arranged differently in the prototype, but he said it's the same material. So that's that's what I have so far. Like, is anyone considering getting any sort of combinations of the 5 SKUs of this, or any thoughts on them?
Yeah, I've got the basic clean on pre-order through them. Yeah. And I like, are you like? It's been talked about to death. Like, but how do you feel about the delays, or how do you feel about, say, how is it turning out? Are you happy with what you see or not? I am. Yeah, I mean, I only ordered mine. I'm paying my third instalment of 3 this month, so I only recently ordered mine, so that I didn't bother me with a delay. It's just it's a slight risk, but the more I see as they go on, the happier I am. Yeah,
I'm kind of in that camp as well. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, this set of photos I think are probably the strongest, and the Dio, that is better than what I ordered, to be honest, because now they've got the frame and the latch and stuff like that, and he has listened to the feedback. I'm going to be sickened if I can't get it. I'm going to be sickened.
Yeah. And I'm getting a free cat now as well, which I'm very pleased with.
There you go. Yeah. And it's flocked, would you believe?
Flocked cat, which is what I've always wanted.
In your life, this is, now your life is complete. Like, what about the rest of you? Adam, any interest in the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, or do you think it's the worst thing ever?
I haven't pre-ordered anything from Jazzy, quite frankly, there's nothing that they've showed that I'm interested in, so I'm pretty happy with that, because it's between 700 to about 1,000 a figure. I've got the Crow on pre-order from Cosmic Plastic.
Sorry, the basic version of the Catwoman that Bob has in order, I think it's $389.
Oh, that's not bad. That's actually.
But that's $389. The all-in version with the deluxe battle damage of the two of them and that base, that diorama base we've seen, that is pricey. That's like $1,100. That is pricey.
Okay.
And then there's deluxe. There's like a clean basic, a battle damage basic. Then there's a deluxe basic. Deluxe clean, which comes with like 3 different clean head sculpts, and then there's the deluxe battle damage, which comes with 3 different rooted, and they're in around the 500 mark. So some of the SKUs are more expensive than others. But sorry, go on.
Yeah, it's not something that's probably in my wheelhouse of interest. Like, in terms of the Batman 89 stuff, like, I like it. I have a passing interest, but I grew up with the Christian Bale Batman, and like, I'd buy more from that universe, and definitely from the Snyderverse than I would something from 89. I actually have nothing from 89, funnily enough. I'd probably buy a Nicholson Joker, but that would be just because it's literally unattainable to get his license, you know?
Yeah, I gotcha. And what about say Gavin or Kyle? You I know you were talking about the back computer. We will get to that, but in terms of the Catwoman, any interest, Kyle or Gavin?
No. I mean, it looks fantastic, and I really, really love the diorama that it comes with. I really wish they had more of that with Hot Toys too, because a lot of the time when I'm shooting videos and stuff like that, I'm using the same backdrop. I'm gonna probably start messing around with displays, like how Philly's been doing that recently with like TV displays. But it's completely different to actually have like a 3D model like this. But no, I'm not interested, but definitely appreciate it.
And what about yourself, Gavin?
I do have it on order with Toys on Fire. I just forgot now if it's the deluxe battle or the clean. I just can't remember which one it was that I ordered. It's been a while. I can't remember quite when I put the order down.
Oh, it's a dodgy state of affairs when you're forgetting your pre-orders.
Yeah.
You know, there's 12-step meetings for that.
Yeah, I need about 20, I think.
Yeah. This is something like whatever about their figures, they haven't released any yet. But I did a video on the cat one because I've been holding off because my argument is just I want to see it when it's released. But I just feel that because those images we saw of the base, the environmental hell here diorama, and those different head sculpts of clean and battle damage he was referring to as final production pieces, that kind of says that these are what's going to be in the box, you know. But whatever about the figures, the vehicles that he has produced and releases, they have been exceptional. They're very expensive. They are very expensive. But this is something I'm particularly excited about. If you just have a look at this little update he made to the Tumblr. I don't know about but that's just fucking cool.
Yeah,
like,
it really is.
That is insane that like that would be on display inside. And I presume sorry.
So USB, pause. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I presume how it works with the other vehicles, there's an actual power source and it comes with a plug and an adapter for your region and you just plug it in. And then the remote, I'd imagine the remote will allow you to turn the screen on and off or toggle through the different settings like loiter or intimidate. Like that's a pretty, like when I ordered it, that wasn't one of the things that was part of the deal. That's just, I think this is actually an add-on. I think the screen was supposed to light up but not toggle between the different things. I'd imagine this is the knock-on effect of maybe they're using similar technology from their back computer screens to this or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but
yeah, it could be. This is the stuff he loves, isn't it? These little tweaks to the vehicles. This is their bag, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I like that they're doing it. We might have a look at the website and just see what other pre-orders, because I know there has been a lot of pre-orders gone up there. So the back computers, I think the diorama, the back computer is up there. Yeah, we'll take a look at that one before we move on. So this is the Jazz Inc. site now. This says 1,474.77. Don't panic, folks. That's just because it automatically, if you were in Ireland, like Gavin, myself, and Adam, the computer detects obviously you're in Ireland. It doesn't actually change the euros, which is funny, but it adds on the VAT. So that's what it would cost us. That's why it's like 1,200 is expensive. But this, to be honest, now this is well out of my price range, even if I had the space. I know I'd pay it for a vehicle, but I think there's more value in a vehicle. Like, no one... Okay, normies will say, I wouldn't say no one, but like people who love 89 would be like, okay, the Batsuit is incredible. Yeah, you got to have a Joker, you got to have a Batmobile. Yeah, and then you might go, people might want Bob the Goon or the different versions of the Joker. But like your normie doesn't watch the movie and go, oh my God, the Bat computers are so cool. You know what I mean? We do, because we're into this stuff and it is cool and it is iconic, but I'm never going to choose this over a Batmobile, but that's just me. But I do think it looks incredible. It is very, very expensive though. But you've got, 12 different working screens. Like, there's no way, if I was to get this, there's no way this wouldn't be lit up all the time. But I just hope that stays lit and there's no issues with it for the people that buy it. But he does have great customer service, to be fair. What do you think?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it looks fantastic. I am very, very tempted. It's a little up there, though. It is, but just the quality.
It's a big piece as well. You'll need space for it.
Yeah, just the potential for like for filming and stuff. Like you could do some really, really cool things with this. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. How many people are going to put Deadpool in that chair? Everyone.
That would be something I would do for sure.
Yeah, we know you. I've seen your reels. Definitely, you like the mix and match up. Yeah. But this is probably like for the likes for yourself though, like Gavin. I mean, this would have been well before your time, realistically. Like, but you said you mentioned you have the Catwoman on order. Like, do you like 89 and 92, those movies?
92 actually would have been my first, to be honest. I had it on VHS. It was just all I watched. I watched it many times. So I kind of prefer the 89 suit though a little bit more. Just I think the abs are quite cool on that. I feel like they're a bit more like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just
organic.
89. Yeah, organic.
I'd agree with you. I prefer the 89. A lot of people like the 92 better.
Yeah, it's cool. This alone is very cool, but I'd have nowhere to put it, and honestly, it'd be a bit overkill for me. But I mean, if I ever try to sell it, good luck. Don't know who I'd sell it to. I don't know how you'd even ship it out. I like it. I would like to have it, but like it's just I'm done with cases. This is it. I'm very lucky to have what I have, but there's one open module case here, and that's for the tumbler. So I'm going to prioritize the tumbler over this. This would be cool, and then like I'm not sure. You'd have to get the Bruce Wayne and the turtleneck from did Mars Toys do that one? The Michael Keaton Bruce Wayne with the glasses and the turtleneck. I think they did the civilian.
I think it was Mars Toys. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you'd have to have. That's how I would go with this. I would have him in the chair, and then I think Jazzy is going to do the vault and have a suit in the vault next to this or something like that. Or ideally,
you could have Alfred there as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. In fairness, I like that they're doing it. I like that it's out there for the people that have the space and the money and diehard 89 fans. But I'm out on this one in terms of price, and I'd rather invest that money into a vehicle that I find more iconic. Any other thoughts on this, folks?
I think the grating's very good. I think, like Kyle says, like for photography, that I think it's you've got a really immersive environment here with the grating, and all the metal will reflect what's on the screen. So yeah, it's a quality piece.
Yeah,
it'd be a nice piece to go with your Ezra Miller Flash, wouldn't
it? yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, if he wasn't cancelled, So
yeah,
they cancelled a version of Ezra Miller, but I don't think it was because of Ezra Miller, because we've seen him cancel a lot of things lately. They got rid of that kind of the version of Flash, which was basically a painted Batman Returns suit from the Flash movie. They got rid of the Bat Missile from Batman Returns. Is it Sicarian Iron Man or something? And then of course the Ahsoka recently, but they've started kind of cancelling things because for different reasons, obviously.
But even their choices, like imagine choosing to do those things, and then you have other characters that are screaming to be done, like in AVP Predators, like 2.0's Wolf Predator, like they're just waiting.
Dog Alien,
and you've Dog Alien, 100%.
The Grid Alien, the one that you like, isn't it?
That's the one that'd get me into buying an Alien now.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, so I think we've got a few more left. We've got what we have left. We have got Harley Quinn. We've discussed all the Inart stuff, the announcement of Supergirl and the release of Superman and Malfoy. We've discussed the Hot Toys Thea. So it's basically the Range Trooper and Harley. Sure, look, the Range Trooper's not going to take long. I'll just keep it really simple. I'll go first on this one because I'd say I'm the only one who has any interest in it. When I first saw this one and it was branded Solo, I was like, I really like that, I really want it, but it's a slippery slope. If I get it, I'll be just getting things that look cool, and I need an attachment to the source material, and that's especially with the Troopers, because it's a rabbit hole. Okay, so then when I was watching Andor and this thing popped up, and it, in fairness, it has the bazooka as well, which kind of annoyed a lot of people, and I could see why you'd be annoyed, because the first one was limited. It sold out very quickly. Then literally a few months later, the exact same thing pops up on screen for like 34 seconds. It has a bazooka, which the original one didn't, and this one was $5 cheaper. So a lot of people are very annoyed. But and again, would you expect anything different from Hot Toys? Played right into my hands. I loved Andor. I still love the scene as quick as it was, and it's just an excuse for me to get this. He'll be posed something like either aiming the bazooka. Like that looks like a movie shot. That looks incredible. So and it looks like it can pose well as well. So this is one that I'd be inclined to pose. He's definitely been posed with the bazooka, something like that maybe, or even like that, but yeah, basically he has the bazooka. This is coming home. It'll be popped right up there into the Troopers display. Call it a day. Any other thoughts, folks? I think Bob, do you have the first one of this?
I did have, and then I cleared out my Troopers. But I mean, I think this, for me, this is one of the best Troopers. I think this is one of the best scenes from that season. So I think if you were just going to have one, I mean, I'll always remember this scene. I think, no matter, which I don't often say with some of these, series, if you like, that are on telly. But for me, this was just such a quality moment that
it was a good opener, wasn't it?
Would be good. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I loved it. What about you guys? Anyone picking this up? Anyone any comments or interest or hate it, love it?
Yeah, it looks great, looks beautiful. I don't collect Troopers, so I'm definitely a pass. But that rocket launcher, it looks like a lot of fun to pose with.
That pose might be it.
Yeah.
Like, it looks pretty cool posed like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you know the way, like, sometimes, like, that looks fantastic at that angle. Sometimes, I don't know if anyone ever find it, that might be the one angle that pose looks exactly perfect. But then if you look at it from the other side, it might look a bit awkward. Like, do you ever see someone doing the superhero landing pose with, like, an Iron Man, and it looks great from an angle?
Yeah.
But then when you come around the side, it just looks a bit like...
A little iffy.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a figure.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. That looks legit, though.
What height your shelf is as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's funny how all that stuff like plays into it, you know.
Does this come with the action effect, kind of like the Blade rocket launcher has that cool?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Say that again. Sorry.
Yeah, the Blade, the Blade figure rocket launcher.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like an action effect. It would be cool if this had it too.
Oh right, yeah, I got you. But the kind of the rocket or whatever. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually know. I think that I think it's one of the cooler looking Troopers. I gotta say.
They got. So I'm just gonna say the boots are magnetic as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, which is really cool.
Upside down on the Magic case. Oh, I know you couldn't put them upside down. It's some sort of weird. What's is it plastic or painted wood or something they have for the tops of them?
Just painted wood, isn't it? Yeah.
They've magnetized to. Actually, no, they won't magnetize to any of the bottoms either. It's wood as well.
You could put magnets on the top, on the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be right in the fridge, wouldn't he?
Fridge.
He's dressed for it.
The bottom, the Bleedens or the Mills bone, he'd magnetize too, but he won't be in there anyway. So, yep. I saw someone when this came out magnetize it to the side of a car, which I thought was funny.
I did it on the side of my fridge. Actually, it was a little bit tricky. Surprisingly, you had to position him perfectly.
Yeah.
It does work. It does work.
And did you do it for a reel or something?
And it was just a picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Deadly.
Risky business.
That Trooper looks like he's modeling for Vogue. Yeah, he's chic. I think it's the fur. Last but not least, so this one is a highly anticipated Artisan Harley Quinn from The Suicide Squad. That was actually one of James Gunn's movies I really, really liked, as well as The Guardians, of course. But I really liked this movie. I thought it was great. I think she's good in the role. What's the general consensus of this one?
I feel like they should have added a second sculpt of just a neutral face, but of course they didn't do that. I do like it though; it kind of captures her kind of crazy side.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't come with a baseball bat, eh?
Yeah, but the other one does, I think.
Okay.
I think the other artisan and sculpted one. Do you know the way they had the more traditional look from the first Suicide Squad comes with the baseball bat?
Yeah.
Did she have a baseball bat in this outfit in this movie?
I don't think so.
Doesn't she break, like, I remember her breaking like a window or something with one, doesn't she? Maybe
can't remember, was it this movie?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them enough to distinguish. What do you think of the likeness?
It's not too bad, to be honest. I think it came out pretty decent overall.
Yeah.
Like, I was scared for how long we had to wait for the figure to come out. That it was just going to be not great after waiting so long. But I think, I think the likeness is there. I know if you bring up a picture of her side by side, it'll probably not look quite the same. But I think you can say that for a lot of the figures.
Yeah. I think I agree with you about the sculpt. Like, I think a lot of these figures should come with a neutral head sculpt and then an expressive head sculpt. I think for her, she does need an expressive head sculpt, but in the prototype, the likeness didn't blow me away, and it doesn't really blow me away here.
No, it's not perfect.
I think the hair is good, like the style of hair and the design, the plait at the back, and like there's not too much volume going on here, which usually is, but it's just that hairline. If you look at the prototype, the hairline wasn't as straight as that. It was a lot more subtle. Instead of like having, see, that looks like very straight, whereas the hairline was gradual and a lot more subtle in the prototype.
Yeah, that's the bit that's got most people ranting about this figure, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think like that's their weakest point of Artisan is the actual hairlines and the volume. But here, the volume seems pretty good. I think the bangs work well, and the hair is not ugly. The goggles or glasses probably work to push it down as well, and the fact that it's braided. I think they've done a decent job with the hair. I think the hairline was what required a bit more work.
Is the tongue that red on all the pictures, or is it just the lighting in this shot?
I think it's pretty red. Someone, was it Mandy, pointed that out, that the it was like, I think it was on Will Fox Vacation, showed it. She looked like she's been like, she had a Chupa Chupa lollipop or something like that. And
yeah,
she was eating it. People are pointing out as well, sorry to be a bit crass here now, but the material of this just looks like straight plastic, whereas in the prototype it was a bit more like leathery or stressed looking, whereas it just looks like molded plastic there for the bit on her top.
Looking at that area as well, I have heard people saying that the boobage area doesn't look like her body's in that. Doesn't look like her body's resting in that basque top, if I can say it.
As in it's not anatomically correct to Margot.
Well, I think, boob size aside, there might be a slightly different lie of flesh in that area than there is perhaps in this figure.
Right, but wouldn't that be coming back to the fact that they're using generic bodies for males and females?
Yeah.
So they have their generic slim body for like Andor or T1000.
This was something I heard doing the rounds. That was all,
Yeah.
But I think it was great. I think it's a very good figure. That hair aside, like you say, that's the bit that, to me, I just sort of wish that wasn't there. Because when these things are released, I get excited. I get excited for other people that have been waiting for it for a long time, and then I think, oh no, people are going to moan about, and there's always something, and it's the hair, I think, in this point.
But to be fair, just looking at that there, I don't think there's like one of the weak points is their crazy volume in hair, but I think this hair looks pretty good here.
Yeah, it looks better than Malfoy's, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's just the hairline is what lets it down a bit. But look, to be honest, like if it's like the if this was my character, I'd imagine I'd still get it. If you look at the Ripley, like it's not a dead ringer for Sigourney. It definitely needs work. But that's still coming home because just how much I love the movie and I love that particular version. So you have this one on pre-order then, Gavin, yeah?
Yeah, it's actually been shipped by Toys on Fire. It's on the way to me.
Oh, right.
EMS though, so it'll probably be maybe a week and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting her in. I've actually got like King Shark and Peacemaker. I've even got like some of the third parties like Bloodsport and whatnot. So it'll look quite nice for a roof shot.
You have just reminded me that Peacemaker was when I was preparing for the module case. I had to move stuff out and box it up before unboxing and stuff like this. Peacemaker was one of those figures. It was gifted to me by a YouTuber, very good YouTuber and great collector, really nice fella, Joao, aka Big Breda.
Oh yeah,
really, really nice fella. But I think he just packed in the YouTube thing. Haven't seen him or heard from him in ages, but I know maybe he's out there watching. But he signed the box as well because what happened was it was the Peacemaker that came out from the first. Was it from the first show? It was the first version that came out. And then the initial prototype had really bad jointed arms, and there's a bunch of other things wrong with it, like the likeness wasn't great, and the the dome wasn't chrome and stuff like that. But then they didn't. I said maybe they'll update it and give a seamless body and fix these things. And he's like, they'll never do that. If they do that, I will buy you a Peacemaker and I will ship it to you. I shit you not. The next day, they put up like an updated pre-order images. They had a brand new body. I think it was the start of the Bane type body. They had like seamless arms. They'd improved the likeness of John Cena. They'd chromed out the helmet. They'd fixed nearly everything people were complaining about. And he kept... I told him he didn't have to. I said, that was just a throwaway statement. He's like, no, I gave you my word. And sure enough, he signed the box to Shane, Joao, now I've signed it, you can't sell it. So like I have it there. It's but that's
he was such a lovely chap. I used to really... He doesn't really put very much on now, but I used to really enjoy his regular shows with... I think with Helen and Christian. Yeah. Him and Helen and Christian used to do a regular show.
Yeah, they're and it's just a really nice fella. Yeah, really nice fella. Anyone else have any thoughts on this before we finish up? No, I think we're ready to finish. So, Martin says, I just wished they'd do a Harley in the red dress. A lot of people do. Yeah, a lot of people do. Okay.
The new release, the 2.0 looks good, doesn't it?
Which one?
The fourth Suicide Squad movie, the 2.0 looks good from that. I think it looks way better than this one. If I was buying one, that's the one I'd buy. That's
when I think of Harley Quinn, like from Margot Robbie's renditions and version of it, that's the one I think of. And that, that's a perfect example of a figure that I think looks cool. And I'd really like to have it on the shelf. But I just didn't like the source material. And I just know if I was to sell something, it'd be the first to go. So it's one of those ones of like, that would look so good on the shelf. It's so different. It pops out. But no, I'm going to be strong on that one. But yeah,
you're right. Would you not shine?
Yeah. It's not like that. It's not like that. There's an Anne Hathaway. There's an Anne Hathaway. Well, she was very impressed by Black Widow's bum. Actually, on the artisan Black Widow, they definitely didn't use a stock body for that. But she knows that so, and she's going to have to deal with Anne Hathaway, Catwoman, and Michelle Pfeiffer, hopefully. But I think that's all we have time for, folks. I would like to thank my panel. Thanks very much for giving up your time. I'm sure you could be other things you'd rather be doing this time, or definitely have other things you could be doing, or maybe this is your excuse for your other halves. All those jobs around the house that they want you to do. Oh no, I got busy tonight. Bob, thanks very much for making the questions. Kyle, thanks very much for joining us again. You're 2 for 2 now. Hopefully we'll see you 3 for 3 next week, Adam. And Gavin, thanks very much for choosing to come on. Anything you'd like to plug? Your Instagrams, your YouTube? We'll just go around there real quick. Bob?
No, all good. People know where to find me, tinyartguy.com. Thanks for continued support.
And Kyle?
Yeah, go watch the lab battles on my channel and vote. That'd be great. Because
they're very good. I think we got two masters of the short and real craft here.
Yeah,
himself
people watch them,
and
but
Gavin.
they don't vote, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of them.
So the voting, you have to comment, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good stuff. So that's Display Lab Collectibles. Adam?
Yep, I'm Dub Toys here on YouTube. I've also got an Instagram as well, so if you'd like to follow me across there and follow me here on YouTube, that'd be great. I usually do a lot of shorts, just talking about what I've gotten that week and showing the collection off. So yeah, thanks very much for having me on again, Shane.
What's the handles there, the Instagram handles and YouTube handles?
At Dub Toys.
Yep, okay. And last but not least, Gavin?
Sure. Yeah, I was just happy to be on here. Don't need to plug anything, actually. I'm all right. It was just enjoyable.
I'll do it for you. You should all check out Scourge Photography on Instagram. And so your YouTube as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just the same across the board.
Yeah, and give them a like, subscribe, and look at some of the reels and the content. So, guys, thanks a million, and hopefully we'll see you back here next week. But yeah, we're out of here, and yeah, good luck. See you, folks.
See you guys.